Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello, we're
Hello,
live.
yes, we are live.
Live.
Can confirm.
It's good to be alive after a
It's pretty
long
good.
time in the grave.
Yes, sure. So we're here today with a Division 4 Cup match between MK Robotics and CoB Antimeta.
I believe the last quarterfinal to be played in the Division 4 Cup.
It is indeed. All three other matches were played on Tuesday. And I have a scene set up with the bracket for people too lazy to look at the website.
Often you're so prepared. It's
I
amazing.
know, it's amazing.
Yeah.
The professional screenshot and everything. So on the other side of the bracket, we saw Seon Van Lili, reverse sweep, Boppeltrooper, coming back from 2-0 down to
I mean, that is
get a
kind of
nice
surprising
3-2.
because Sion and Vanilli were the heavy favorites going into that one.
Yeah.
That it turned out to be a 3-2 is actually quite surprising.
Yeah, for sure. And then the other match on that side was Tisk Effect German Efficiency beating Rantner's 3-2.
Effektivität.
Yes, beating Rantner's 3-2, and that was a bit more back and forth. So those two will be beating it out in the semi-finals. On the other side, we, AFK Fukuoka, beat COB Gailabanga 3-1. So we are casting this match to scout our opponents because we play the winner.
Poppen, you're giving away all our secrets.
Oh, my bad,
You're supposed to only mention this at the end of the stream.
I know. Yes, here we are. So, it's two teams. They haven't played each other before, these two, I've noticed. They have in Season 15, I believe, where MK Robotics beat them 2-1, was it?
2-1 indeed. So, but that's like almost a year ago at this point. So,
yeah,
there's been a few patches. There's probably been some roster changes. So, you can't really compare the results from then to today.
Yeah.
It will be interesting, yeah, because it's quite unusual for two teams in the top 8 not to have faced each other before.
Yeah, I mean they've both been quite strong throughout the season, both I think. So
yeah, I think they've both faced all the other teams except each other before. So it should be a good one. Okay, and we're going pretty quickly to the map bans and picks, I see. So I believe MK Robotics have... Oh, Bob, and you're on point with the overlay.
I am. No, I'm
just amazing. So
I've not done the map pick yet, so you can announce that.
Yeah. So MK Robotics banned Towers of Doom and Battlefield of Eternity, whereas Antimeta banned Cursed and Garden of Terror. And in the end, MK Robotics, who drew a map pick, have picked All Track Pass. So we see some, I would say, unusual bans here. Like Battlefield of Eternity is not something you usually see banned.
Yeah, it's a bit of a surprise. It is a favoured map of COB. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
Okay. Maybe it's, it could be that they've done their research and it's really a target ban. Like, okay, if COB really likes this map, and MK Robotics just say nope, not our favorites. We're getting rid of it.
Yeah, just having a look. It's not. I mean, COB look quite flexible on map, to be honest. BOE picked it. They picked it 3 times, so that shows maybe a bit of favoritism on their part. Yeah, I mean, you have to ban 2 maps, so maybe it's just slight preference from MK Robotics rather than a big thing.
I see, like MK Robotics, they've played pretty much every map, but only once on BOE, and was not their choice actually.
Yeah, they lost that one, didn't they? So yeah, that's fair enough then.
And on the other side, we see that COB, MK Robotics liked Cursed Hollow and Garden of Terror, so COB Antimeta banned those in response. So okay,
Yeah, that's fair.
these teams have put the research in. That is obvious from the start here, from the map picks and bans already.
Yeah. Yeah, both very similar maps, Garden of Terror and Cursed Hollow. So if you're strong on one, you're probably strong on the other, right?
Yeah, probably MQ Robotics probably favor the more macro heavy maps, let's say, the bigger maps with some more macro where camps and such are more important. And maybe Antimeta just more of a brawly team, favoring the team fight oriented ones. So okay, they're respecting each other's strengths here.
Yeah, for certain. So Ultra Pass, what sort of heroes are you expecting to be sort of hot topic with the bans? Because we've just had the patch the other day, so meta shift up.
Probably some lower priority on Rhaegar. He's gotten hit pretty badly with a nerf stick. He's probably still strong, but not as overpowering as before the patch. Johanna got some nerfs as well, so we'll have to see if she still has high priority as she was before.
Yeah.
We'll see. But anyway, I think on Ultra Pass, the global is still very strong here. So I'm expecting a Haka ban or pick in one of the first rotations here.
Yeah, both teams
that
like
seems
picking
like
up, right? So yeah. Two scary picks for MK Robotics, Deathwing, Maiev. We've played against them when they've used both, and
we've it, haven't we?
Yeah, you have to be very careful letting those heroes through unless you have a plan to deal with it. Deathwing in particular very good at stalling the objective on this map. Throwing down his little pool of fire.
On the other side, CoB Antimeta are really big fans of Leoric. Like if there's one hero that I would pick for double soaking on this map, it would be Leoric. Like he can ignore the slow patches that disrupt your rotation speed.
Yeah, Antimeta. Yeah, it's surprising to see Antimeta have such a priority on Leoric 14 times this season. And yeah, the Maiev.
Again, right. This is going to be interesting because obviously these teams are preferring the targets bans over the meta bans.
I mean, ban. Yeah, I mean, CoB have first pick, so that's still been a thing for a little while, right? Is that if you have first pick, you can do a little bit of target banning and in the hopes of getting something meta. So
that's true. First pick has definitely been, let's say, more powerful than map pick in the last patch.
Yeah. The Johanna ban, so not looking to pick it up themselves.
Yeah, still respecting it enough to ban it. On the other side, Stukov Unchained still strong. The silence is like Stukov on his own is not strong. He's just a very strong follow-up to whatever CC you draft.
Yeah, it'll be very hard for him to drop out of the meta, I think.
Yeah, just the lurking arm alone is enough to keep him relevant in almost every comp.
Yeah, you called it. Called it. First pick. No hesitation there. Yeah, so nice strong pick, global, great for the map. Bit of a denial pick as well, like you say. MK Robotics would have loved to pick that up as well.
So, MK Robotics on their side, they banned fall stats, the second of 3 globals, so I'm expecting Brightwing here, to be honest. Would be super. Yeah. I am on fire.
And the Rexar as well picked up, so they're their second favourite offlaner, or joint favourite offlaner.
That's a more.
Oh wait, no, sorry, I missed Sonya there, but still one of their more favoured offlaners.
That's more of a unusual pick. Like I'd say like Sonya's still open, Azul, any of the others. Let's say that you see more regularly in Storm League. I was not expecting Rexar at all. But
yeah,
I'm curious to see how they fare with it.
And Sylvanas and Rhaegar. So
Rhaegar got through, yeah. Oh.
Yeah, so he's been nerfed
all the way into
yeah,
still second rotation, but yeah.
Yeah.
lower priority.
Yeah, we'll get to see
And
how he is now after that nerf, like just how hard it hit him. Like I still think I've tried him and he still feels strong, but yeah, maybe not game breaking like he was.
more on par with the other supports now. Maybe more on par with an Anduin, the Brightwing, maybe even the Deckard in terms of healing output.
Yeah. So along with the Rhaegar, CoB picked up Sylvanas, which is one of the more favoured picks, and MK Robotics ban out Lunara, which is sort of the second most popular DPS for Antimeta this season.
Now the target bans are coming out.
Yeah.
A Hanzo ban.
Yeah.
Oh, again. Most played DPS for MK Robotics. So.
Any more predictions?
Generally, now it's different. Now we're looking at tanks, aren't we? I'd say Anubarak is still. Anubarak even got buffed. Like, I know the meta is the Beetle build, but the other tanks got a buff to bring them more in line, whereas he already was quite strong. So I'm fully expecting Anubarak, but I'm wrong.
Muradin, Greymane.
Muradin, Greymane, indeed.
I mean, Muradin's quite a popular tank on this map, so
yeah. Lots of walls you can jump over, surprise the opposing team with a bit of Stormwall to the face, Greymane for the quick follow-up, Brightwing with a teleport, Misha maybe even can get in there with a nice charge. So I'm curious how Antimeta is going to respond to this.
Triple frontline for all Varian. Yeah.
Varian has been buffed quite significantly in the last patch, especially like the trait. It's got a nice damage buff. So it'll be interesting how Greymane and Muradin stand up to the beefcake that is Varian.
Yes, his damage is quite scary now. So yeah, it feels good in Storm League. I want to see how it fares in a proper match, and the Deathwing in response. We did mention this earlier, and I think it's quite nice here.
Yeah, so we have double frontline into double frontline, triple frontline into triple frontline. Of course, Aldrak Pass, you kind of need two offlaners on this map because the rotation is so far away and slowed by the mud patch. So these teams are going for very similar ideas, like just get a target, blow him up. This should prove to be very interesting.
Yeah, definitely. I kind of like both compositions, to be honest. I'm really not sure which one I prefer. See, I look at MK Robotics and I see the Deathwing, and I'm thinking, oh yeah, this is a good Deathwing map. I think that's going to be really strong. But then I look at the whole team of Antimeta, and I kind of like that a bit better.
Yeah, I mean, the Deathwing might throw a wrench in the works, because like he can put the stun down, and that just completely shuts down Troll and Varian trying to get to the rest of the team. So should be interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we have betting popping? I'm wondering.
I'm on it.
Are you on it? Okay. Because I'm liking MK Robotics team, or the Deathwing is what sells me on their comp.
Right. Yes, there is some betting. So you're going for Robotics, are you?
Yes, indeed
I am. I messed up the betting, I think. Anyway, right. Let's not worry too much about that because we are heading into game number 1.
Okay.
I guess I'll start off. On the left-hand side, we have MK Robotics with Flesh on Deathwing, Miggles on the Muradin, Muchista on Greymane, Zessel on the Rexar, and Shady on the Brightwing.
On the right side, we have CoB Antimeta with Chevla on Varian, Cesage on Troll, Paralyzer on Sylvanas, Neko on Rhaegar, and finally Killerwurst on the Haka.
So both teams squaring up in mids. They're all quite, fairly tanky, so I can't imagine too many picks here in mid unless someone really overstays.
Let's be fair, like Antimeta doesn't have a tank until level 4, until Baron gets his taunt. That's when their kill comes online. Before that, they're just looking to soak the wave and just maybe get some stacks on no one. No one got stacks. Never mind.
Let's have a look at the talents. Anything interesting? Nothing stands out. Rhaegar sticking with the totem build despite the nerfs.
Yeah,
No.
I think probably still the strongest option. Savannah's going for the percentage damage on level 1. Then into the Meridian and Deathwing. I get it, but
yeah,
I suppose it probably doesn't even apply against Deathwing because he can't be slowed.
I think.
But we'll have to get some expert on Deathwing or Savannah's in here to confirm or deny this.
Yeah, I suppose it is specifically against slowed enemies, so yeah, you're right. Never really thought about it.
Well, we definitely don't have a Savannah's expert on stream right now. Seems but quite diligent on the real objective of the map is of course the null camp. It's very strong if left unchecked, and let's say that the real say rotation meta is just getting them as they spawn, and both teams very diligent about it. So yeah, just quite relaxed right now.
Yeah. Thrall might be in trouble here on bot. Nice route. Very well timed to save himself there.
Murden got caught on top, but there's the Brightening teleport. That's where you have that's where you have a global. Just testing the water. Everything's just fine. This is quite surprising. Like Mercenary Queen, I just said like, okay, the null camp is very strong. But it's not often that you actually push with it, that you're there to buff them, because you're often pulled away from the lane to the camp, to a boss, to one of the side lanes.
Yeah.
So it helps with capturing the camp, but actually buffing it is something that rarely happens.
Yeah. I can only assume that Sylv thinks that the team's wave clear is sufficient and that they aren't going to get much possession value, I guess, because, you know, the blue team has the global with Deathwing and Brightwing, so maybe it's just, yeah, we'll get the camps a bit quicker if we can push with mid camp, then great.
Sure.
It's a bit more damage on the boss as well, being the only DPS.
That helps.
Coming handy. Varian in a bit of trouble here.
Baron in trouble with the hack of teleporting in, taunt on Murden, and oh, nice drag on Murden. But in the end, it's the red team that needs to back off.
Sylv might still be in a bit of trouble here.
But nice dodge on the Deathwing stun, and she's fine.
Ooh, only just. Thrall was bot throughout that, picking up an extra wave of soak. And red team were fine, they got away with it. They might want to step up a bit here and take advantage of having, you know, Varian's taunts at this stage. Try and get a bit more value early on.
They've got one hero for free early, so they should try and push advantage with them. But they choose to clear mid-wave first instead.
Yeah. The hacker going for Paralyzing Enzymes at 7, the Gambit quest, which is very strong, but then some people swear by the basic attacks, reducing drag cooldown talent, so it's an interesting one to see as we see it taunt on Greymane.
That's odd. Follow-up wasn't there, unfortunate.
Yeah, that's one.
Turn it around immediately.
Yeah, that's one really nice thing about Deathwing is that obviously he can't be taunted, so he can just defend whoever gets taunted. He can just throw out that CC, and it's a bit of a nightmare to deal with.
Yeah. But like maybe that the taunt comp will suffer with only one range DPS to follow up. You need your second DPS is, let's say, Troll, and he needs to get in there close, and that's where Deathwing shines. Like you said, to deny the pick.
Yes. Yeah, it's all quite chill so far, no kills. Both teams just picking up those camps on cooldown. Red team might get a little bit of objective channel here, if Muradin can't get there in time. Needs to be a bit careful.
Jump, so this is prime taunting time, but Red team only 3 men there, so they're in trouble.
Yep. Silver's getting very low.
Silver
She's going to be in big trouble here. She does fall for first blood of the match. Once again, for all his bot, but he's taking a gate. He's going to take a tower, maybe two.
That's what's surprising. Why is Trollbot and not the Haka? That seems like the wrong move. But okay, they just dive forward and annihilate Varian.
Yeah, both teams hit 10 at the same time here. The hope will take a few seconds. But it looks like the first objective is going to go over to MK Robotics.
That's actually very good. They're behind on XP, but they got those picks, which means they can just push in and still get the channel, even though they were down on ultimates.
Yeah, Thrall does confirm the second tower on bot, so a bit of value even without the objective. I mean, you know, if red team get a good defense here, you know, maybe it was all worth it.
Yeah. I feel like they should have sent the hacker down there and not Thrall, because you know he's got the global to burrow in when the fights pops up.
Yeah. So heroics coming out for both teams. We've got Earthquake from Thrall, Wailing Arrow, Sylvanas, Ancestral Healing, of course, Isolation,
Shield wall.
Yeah.
Pretty much standard across the board.
Big damage coming out on Varian, but protected by the way. Avatar, Cursed Bullets, Bellowing Roar, Blink Heal and Unleash the Boars from the blue team are quite standard.
Oh.
Nice Ancestral Healing comes out.
Merlin almost got taken out under the fort.
Yeah, good job he didn't go Haymaker. Avatar definitely saving him there.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a very nice waiting arrow on him with that preventing him from jumping out.
So Greymane just clicking on this fort, not caring about the heroes, and it does fall. Red team giving chase here. Deathwing the only real target, which you can't taunt.
Merlin just jumps out the lick. Oh, the polymorph right on time to save his tank.
Yeah. No taunt there on Muradin. I think maybe he was trying to time it right so he could maybe do it just as he was jumping. But he was able to just hop out of there. Back to camps.
Back to camps. Objective done, cleared, mid-fort gone, and as you say, camps. It's the real objective.
Damage on top and bottom as well for blue team there, so overall quite a good objective. I mean, mid's not the lane you want to prioritise in terms of being boss lanes, but with the camp being on that lane, you know, it's fine, you know.
It's good to have Projado. Varn a bit isolated from the rest of his team, but he's fine. He just takes a little detour, takes a scenic route, says hello to Deathwing, and walks out. Just varying things.
Wave crashing on the fort on bot, a bit of damage going to go out there. You know, Thrall's just, you know, he's playing the long game here, you know, just slowly going away at that bot fort.
Yeah. So I was like curious about the Rex arcade, but Rex is really pulling the Haka away from the lane. He's like, the Haka's half health, and Rex is just pushing it in all the time. So
speaking of the hacker, he's rotating to mid here. No chance of a pick as Rexar and Misha are wailing away on the top forts. They won't quite get it, but that's significant damage.
They keep pulling someone away.
Oh, here's a
fight around the objective.
Yeah, Muradin gets taunted. It's Dragon's gonna save him.
Fight is over, I believe.
Yeah, pretty much.
Very nice fear from Deathwing and the teleport from Brightwing. The double dragon saves for Muradin.
Yeah, it's really hard for the red team to actually pin someone down and kill them. You know, Varian got a nice charge onto Greymane, but as soon as he was about to hit that taunt, Brightwing polymorph, and Greymane just walked away. Yeah, it's really hard, you know. You've got the Muradin CC, you've got Brightwing polymorph, you've got Deathwing doing things, you've got Misha getting stuns in there. It's just, yeah.
It's a rough life for Varian, for sure.
It is,
And they blew all their cooldowns on that engage. So blue team also blew almost all their cooldowns on the disengage, but they have shorter cooldowns. Let's say like the Cursed Bullets, the Blink Heal, even the Fear already back up. So they're ready to go again.
Yeah, this top 4 getting even more damage now. Every time Darker leaves, Rexar just turns up and starts chipping away at it.
Again, the taunt on Murden, but he just doesn't get. Oh, but Greymane diving on Sylvanas in the back. She gets away thanks to the radar totem slowing down Greymane.
Nice 5-man route by Thrall there. If he'd gone for the quest, he'd have almost completed it there. It was almost 6, as Rexar does get the channel on the objective. Yeah, it's a bit of a rough one for Antimeta at the moment. I'm not quite sure what the solution is. It's not that they're not doing anything wrong. It's just that the blue team have all the tools they need to deny them.
Thrall gets some percentage damage on 16. They could turn this.
Yeah, possibly. Some nice damage onto Muradin. He's silenced. Really nice. And the Ancestral coming out onto Rhaegar to keep them alive. Misha's going to fall as well. And the first kills of the match for the red team. Very nicely done.
Excellent CC combo. Murden could not go anywhere. It was taunt, into a silence, into a tongue. He was absolutely stuck between them.
Yeah, I didn't see if Brightwing had teleport up or if it was someone who interrupted it, possibly. I don't know, maybe she just didn't have it off. But yeah, they finally managed to get that Muradin bursted down. Well, almost bursted. It took a while, but they got him in the end, and that's all that matters.
That's what matters. And now they have level 16. Let's see what they pick. And actually, yeah, Thrall going for the offload for the extra percentage damage against these beefy guys.
Makes sense. Nice tongue on Greymane. Here's the taunt.
But there's the Brightwing save and the turnaround. And
the Deathwing breath, absolutely wrecking Varian there, making him have to back off. But they got the objective. That's what's important. I think Red Team, they're still waiting for Wailing Arrow and Earthquake and Ancestral to come off cooldown, so I don't think, I don't think they were too eager to fight there either. They just wanted to finish that off.
Yeah, just delay the uncap, let's say. Yes. Yeah, but now they're looking, bot lane, they are looking for this Greymane. This is prime target. Oh, but
nice polymorph.
The Murden interrupts. Well, so they turn their attention to Murden, but he has a jump to get out. Very well appealed by Murden and Brightwing.
Yeah, definitely. It was a nice idea, but yeah, couldn't quite do that. We see Sylvanas straight coming out. They're going to try and hope to finish off this fort here. And the objective's getting shredded, but it shouldn't take much more to take that down. As Thrall arrives as well, to make it a 4v4. Darker could burrow down if they did want to force a fight here. Varian's positioned aggressively.
They might be looking for it. Oh, they choose the Murden once again. But the Dark in the back, but he gets turned on.
Yeah.
He's in big trouble.
He should just be about okay, I think. Earthquake was used as well, that helped with the peels. Yeah, Red Team just want to poke that fort just a little bit, 565 health.
It feels bad, like leaving a fort that's...
I can't remember how to get the... Yeah. I clicked on the fort and I couldn't remember how to deselect it, but I figured it out. We're good.
Excellent.
And we're back to the camp minigame.
I mean, I'm clicking it and I can't even select it, so I don't know what you did.
Oh. No bosses yet, no sneaky bosses. Neither team really interested. I mean, they're not going to do too much at this stage anyway, so that's fair enough.
That's true, but like, blue team could definitely, with the Greymane, they could definitely somewhere.
Yeah, I think both teams might be able to make something happen with a little surprise boss. We've got Sylvanas who can disable the fort and really help push. You've got Greymane who has amazing siege damage. Blue team definitely want to fight over bosses with the Deathwing. That's...
Yeah. That's a 1-foot choke for all the Deathwing damage indeed.
Yeah.
But Red team deciding they want mids, but they want to push with this camp. Mercenary Queen value.
Yeah.
They're getting it. No, I lied.
Nice tongue on Muradin, Wailing Arrow and the taunt, and he goes down before Brightwing gets the teleport in.
Deleted. Beautiful stuff.
Yeah, very nicely done. And they go for that top boss.
Avatar when you have the Alpha Wolf.
Well, yeah, exactly. Alpha Wolf. Wow. So yeah, they're going to pick up this boss on top, and Yeah, we'll have to see if they commit to, you know,
are
pushing
looking-
with it, or...
The blue team respond by taking the bot boss. So at least they're trading bosses, and I don't think red team can get to bot lane in time to contest this boss.
Yeah.
But they might just start the objective instead and get that one counting down.
Yeah, I think that'd be a good trade.
There's still forts in both boss lanes, so should be an even trade in the end.
Yeah. It's nice for them to get a bit of channel here because MK Robotics are getting 21st. It shouldn't be too much longer for CoB to pick it up.
Yeah. What do we have?
Can you believe it? This boss is actually taking a fort. Who knew it could do that?
Impossible.
Impossible. Our bosses on this map never take forts.
Yeah, that's it. Someone contact Microsoft. There's a bug in this map. This boss took fort.
Different.
At level 20 already. Normally takes level 25 before it does anything useful.
Yeah. Hunter's Blunderbuss for Greymane coming out. Fairy Protector for Brightwing going for that AoE shield. Did you know if you go for the movement speed, it actually reduces the time taken to teleport by a second down to 1 second?
I mean,
very useful talent on Brightwing.
You know. Yeah, especially against the blow comp like this. Like you see, we had a kill on Muradin just earlier. Half a second less channel time on a teleport, and he says Muradin. So you know, it might actually make sense here.
Yeah.
To go for that shortened cooldown.
Nice unstoppable from Sylvanas there. Cursed Bolt out. The balls have been unleashed. Nice drag onto Muradin. The Wailing Arrow comes out to the taunt, and Muradin goes down.
Tongue the Wailing Arrow. Oh, the silence. That was very well played there.
Oh, nice fear from F-Wing, but just a peel. Nothing, no kills coming out of it.
Misha's running interference, but they're still chasing.
Yeah, Sylvan's straight up, presumably, so they can't. Or maybe not.
No, they have minions, they don't need it. They're saving it for the keep.
Yeah, I thought they might go a bit harder on Deathwing there. Nice taunt onto Rexar, but no real follow-up, apart from the tongue.
Follow up with the tongue, and there it is.
Very nicely done. I didn't think they'd got there in time. Oh, a nice couple of kills. Staggered a little bit as well.
Yeah, but you see the Deathwing counter damage, that level 16, just the splash. Antimeta really needs to be careful to group up in front of a Deathwing. Because that could turn any fight around.
Yeah. Just looking at the 20 talents for Antimeta. Shields from Thrall on the Earthquake. Deafening Blast from Sylvanas. I love this talent. I don't think it, you know, I think Bolt of the Storm is the meta one, but doubling the silence duration on the centre.
Especially against the Muradin.
Yeah. When you're wanting to secure that kill.
Huge.
You know, late in the game, that makes all the difference, you know, if you can just get that pick.
And the splash on the isolation is also pretty huge.
Yeah, that's a game changer. Storm Shield Rhaegar, so I think that's more, rather than the double ancestral, I guess that's just worrying about the Deathwing breath and all the carnage that does.
Yeah, it's more of a group save, so yeah, I like it here.
Group isolation hits Brightwing and Muradin. They get quite low.
Blue team decides to disengage off that fear instead of turning on one of the fear targets.
Yeah, I think quite a few of them got isolated, so they were just playing it safe as Misha does go down.
They have Deathwing for defense. They have such an easy defense tool with the Deathwing.
Yeah, most heroics use there, so we'll be playing purely around taunts and that curse bullet we just saw there. Ancestral comes out on Varian just to get him tapped up as the taunt comes out on Muradin.
I thought no more science follow-ups. Unfortunate. They do not have any ultimate play to do
Greymane chunking Varian here.
Varian.
Rexar is top. They do have numbers here if they can maybe top Varian up a little bit. This is a good fight for them if they can get it.
Killer Wurst has been an absolute menace on this Dahaka. Like the tongues have been on point. So if he had gotten a tongue there, that would have been a dead Greymane for sure.
Yeah. So I guess red team, you know, they're just saying, right, well, wait for Wailing Arrow, wait for Earthquake. You know, let's not force anything. You know, the Wailing Arrow has been getting them, you know, confirming those kills for them. So, you know, stick to the plan.
don't fix it if lane broken. They've been winning the last 3 or 4 team fights, so just keep doing what you're doing, and everything will turn out fine.
Maybe.
I mean that's the plan, but
It's the plan.
no plan survives first contact, right?
Oh, yeah, blue team's starting the boss here. Greymane and Rexard. Dahaka's going to scout it out though. Very nicely done.
Immediately responding by sending everyone top.
Yeah, so as we mentioned, I think blue team will want the fight on there. You know, they've got the unstoppable Deathwing for the points. You know, nice choke points. So I think red team will be happy just for everyone to back off there.
Just to scare them off.
Red team splitting a little bit here. They need to be careful they don't get caught out.
Love to do.
Is that Deathwing actually hidden in that bush?
Somehow, yes. Somehow.
I don't believe it.
The one person they don't want to scout. Definitely walking into a 4-man bush. But yeah, they only one target. They can't burst down.
Yeah. Okay, the hacker face checks that. Sees a Mirrodin and a Deathwing. Neither team wants to make the mistake here. This is a game-ending fight.
Yeah, whoever wins this fight can finish the game if they do it convincingly.
Thrall is very isolated here. He might be okay. His team can reinforce him here, but that was a bit scary. He's still isolated.
Yeah, they're still chasing around. So now they can turn on his murder.
Sylv's a little bit split now. CoB need to. Yeah, there we go. Right, they're okay. They are okay.
Everyone back together, one big happy family.
Yep. Stuns on Varian, putting out a lot of damage. Storm Shield and Ancestral coming out. Wailing Arrow used defensively. That was more of a peel, so they don't have that for the blow up anymore.
Yeah, so I think blue team won this exchange because they only used bullets, and Antimeta used Earthquake, Wailing Arrow, and Ancestral.
Yep, and Storm Shield, which is 70 seconds, so yeah.
Pretty big cooldowns for a bullet, and that's up every 30 seconds.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, lanes were pushing in a bit, so blue team have gone to defend those, but yeah, maybe they should have put a bit more pressure on the objective there, knowing how much was used. Camp's being picked up, of course. Story of this game, blue team delaying theirs, intentional, I don't know. Maybe they just, you know. Okay, no, it looks intentional. Okay. I was going to say, sometimes everyone just walks away from a camp and you forget to cap it, but never happens to us, of course. No.
Never.
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 No. The hacker soaking up top. Just going to put a bit of pressure on. Deathwing taking a bit of damage.
Comes from Thrall, but he's fine.
Yeah,
he's still got 30 armor.
Yeah, that'll do. Wailing Arrow is about to be up. Earthquake about 10 seconds. So red team will be happy for that fight. Dahaka looks like he might just try and get one more wave top.
If you can push that, get a nice big wave build up, the top might fall on its own.
Yeah. There's the objective channel. Red team need to just sort of regroup a little bit here, get ready to take a fight.
I heard the bullet being used and missing, so now is the time for the red team. They're going in.
Hacker.
Oh, the Deathwing breath.
Yeah, Ancestral comes out on the Varian again. They're going to look at that Mirrodin, but the arrow comes out onto the rest of the team. Still a lot of damage put out. Sylvanas is getting low as well as Rhaegar. Really nice fear. Greymane can't quite finish off the Rhaegar. Gets out with about 100 health. Varian's in big trouble here.
Big trouble. That's because of a huge root here. Not huge, but good enough. And somehow no one died in all that chaos.
That's very... Yeah, I don't believe it. Big wave pushing on top, by the way. Yeah, I don't know how nobody died there. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, the Taunt came out on Mirrodin, and then the Sylve arrow was very nice. It hit quite a few people, but it wasn't who everyone was sort of focusing on, so
yeah,
just a little bit split there. Yeah.
Attention splits on who to target, but now the blue team still have the objective running. I'm definitely, yeah, you can stalls
Yeah,
forever.
this is the power of Deathwing on this map. Like,
Yeah, that zone is just so annoying.
this is what I was talking about. It's very frustrating. Not
That
the
team
end of the
did get
world.
keep on top.
Yeah, they got a nice keep on top. So top lane's going to be pushed in. Mid lane, again, big wave. So they defend bot, mid, top. If they don't die, then red team, you know, this isn't too big of a deal.
It's kind of a win, so they got a keep, and if the blue team don't get a keep here, then it's actually a win for the red team.
Yeah. Yeah, blue team just need to make it as difficult as possible for them. They clear mid lane nice and quick, so yeah, 2 lanes pushing in instead of just 1.
And Deathwing can provide zoning so that the objective can freely attack the keep. They turn on Varian.
Yeah, there's the taunt on Mirrodin. Ancestral comes out on Varian. Wailing
Charles
Arrow is
very
used.
deep and a lot of trouble.
Yeah, Earthquake kept him alive for a while, but not quite long enough. Dahaka came a little bit late to that fight. He was clearing bot, and blue team are marching on the core.
They only have 1 keep down so far, but
They've got a
damage and
yeah, they've got a great mate. They take down the Varian. Dahaka's still defending bot, and he's to get back and help his team. Yeah, I mean the Greymane just chunk. Yeah,
Greymane is just absolutely murdering it.
Doesn't matter about armor if you've got a Greymane, right? Yeah, nicely done. That was a very, very close match, 4 kills apiece. First map goes to MK Robotics.
Indeed. In the end, I think was the Deathwing really swung it in their favor, because it was one target always, checking all the bushes, and the one target they couldn't blow up. But yeah, well played both teams, but it was very, very close throughout the attack. And to be honest, I was expecting like 15 kills a piece here with these comps. But they both played very safe and very controlled, always aware where the enemy team is, always ready to save whoever is getting targeted.
Yeah. Yeah, very tense game. Yeah, 4 kills apiece. I mean, yeah, I suppose it was like that. It was just posturing, and then, you know, people getting away on both sides with barely any health.
All ultimates popped, and in the end, no one dies. Like several times throughout that entire match was just blown away how much kill pressure both teams had and how little kills actually happened.
Yeah.
Brightwing, Rhaegar, and great on the healing, and the tank's also great on the peeling. So, well done.
Do you think we will see a Deathwing respect band?
Possible. Yeah, maybe. Because it was really a pain in the arse for them. But maybe depending on the map pick, if the map's not so, let's say, not so great for Deathwing, I'm thinking what's left. Actually, all maps are great for Deathwing, aren't they?
I would think most of them, yeah. Especially, I mean, you know, they've got a strong Deathwing player, so yeah, it's sure you will get some value on any map. Yeah.
Yeah, true.
That was the first time that CoB Antimeta have lost with Varian this season. The 100% record of him.
Even after he got buffed.
I know, yeah, he got the buff, but yeah, the blue team just had so much denial for Varian.
Yeah, they just drafted an extremely tanky front line that Fair just couldn't get through. They blew Murden a few times, but they really needed several ultimates to land in the correct order to kill him.
Yeah, they did it a couple of times, quite nice, but
I think we might even see maybe a respect the Haka ban, because Killer Worst was really getting some very nice picks and very nice combos on the Murden or other targets there. So depending on the map, like if you go to maybe a Sky Temple or another big map, we might see the Haka respect pick or ban from MK Robotics.
Yeah, quite possibly. It depends, yeah. I mean, if we end up on Dragonshire, for instance, because it seemed like Rexar had Dahaka's number in lane, right? So it depends, yeah.
That's true. If they feel like the Haka can just keep punishing him and win the lane, that they say, okay, you get your Dahaka, we get our Rexar.
Or MK Robotics
Even
might just try and pick it up themselves, but they won't be first picking it on in this next map because CoB went for first pick, and we're just waiting for MK Robotics to pick a map.
Okay.
They need a minute.
They mean to discuss, or maybe just like have a little breather, because that must have been really intense. But it's the kill pressure on both teams. They
Yeah,
must have been
yeah.
on the edge of their seats throughout that entire match. From
Yeah,
level 4 onwards, anyone could have died.
Yeah, you could tell that they, both teams are scared to make that mistake, playing very cautiously. So yeah, and it's a best of 5 series this, so if it goes to map 5, it's very tiring for everyone involved. So yeah, take it easy, chill out between games.
Then again, this is if you want to like throw at something wild, now's the time. Like game 1 or 2 is when you can throw out a wild card, and if it doesn't stick, okay, you go back to your normal game plan. But if it works, then you force the enemy team to react to your wild card.
Yeah, this is one thing I really like about the best of 5s is that it just allows for more mind games in draft and learning from your opponent and really being able to counter it. Adjusting your bans throughout the series.
Yeah, so because they respect ban to the Mayaf first game, and Antimeta respected Mayaf, and MK Robotics respected the Lunara in turn. So
yeah, it's one of the things where
after 1 or 2 games it starts to change. You see, okay, wait, maybe Lunara, maybe want to ban the Hacker instead, or the Deathwing instead of the Mayaf.
And then they pick up the Maiev, and who knows what will happen.
Yeah, and then still die. But
this is
that definitely did not happen to us.
Hi, Mac.
Oh, yeah, viewers.
Viewers.
Can I see some? Where do I see how the viewers are? Oh, there it is. Never mind.
You're okay. You found it.
Oh my God! So many people. Okay. Now I'm getting nervous.
Oh no.
Poppin, why did you let me look at this?
Okay.
This is horrible now.
Okay, MK Robotics have decided on a map. They are going to take us to Sky Temple. So, very fun map. Prone to some exciting endings.
Yeah, unusual. We don't see Sky Temple often in Heroes Lounge.
Yeah, it's not quite the least popular, I don't think, but it is. It's down there in popularity, I think on the last map vote, it didn't finish.
It is least popular, isn't it?
I think it tends to be the least popular, usually by getting picked. But then when the map surveys have gone out, it always tends to be, it's always been different ones that have been swapped out. There's some secret Sky Temple fans rigging the voting, I think. Every time the map pool gets mixed up.
Yeah. I mean, kind of surprising that MK Robotics choose for Sky Temple. They've only picked it once in the regular season, and they lost on it. So it's kind of surprising, but then again, it is the only big macro map left in the pool, really.
Yeah, it kind of fits their playstyle. And maybe they're thinking, well, we're 1-0 up in this series, so maybe go on a map that we're not as confident on, while we've got an advantage.
Yeah. Now's the time to try out your crazy strategy. Maybe if
exactly,
there's something on this map, like okay, we've gone 5 melee assassins and it somehow works. Let's do it.
Yeah,
surprise everyone.
You don't want to get to potentially map 5 and then be on a weaker map. You don't have to clutch it out on a map that you're not as accustomed to. So that might be the logic, maybe.
And also, you said like map pick is considered the weak position. Let's say you don't have the first pick. So then indeed you, even if you lose this one, next map will be better for you, and you'll have first pick. So yeah, just compound your weaknesses.
Yeah.
To compound your strengths in the next game. that would be some next level mind gaming. We'll
Oh
have to
yeah,
ask him
for
afterwards
sure.
if
Yeah,
that's the case, because that I would be massive respect if that's the case.
Right, we are just about ready to go, I think. We've got all the players, we've got all the many casters. There's 5 observers in this match.
We could do a 3-way team with just casters against MK Robotics against Antimeta.
Yeah, I mean, why not? You know?
Blizzard, please install a 3-way game mode with 3 teams.
Yeah, brand new brawl mode. I like it.
I'm sure Blizzard will have resources left for this kind of development. No problem.
Yeah, of course. Right, I have got the betting ready this time.
Amazing.
I just forgot to change one of the command things, but we're all good. As we head into the 2 draft for game number 2, MK Robotics 1-0 up against CoB Antimeta. It's best of 5. We're on Sky Temple. So.
And by number 1, still my F or definitely?
Tough one. They've got the first pick, so.
It was kind of surprising because if I remember correctly, Antimeta banned Johanna as their second ban, which is kind of strange if you have first pick. So it indicates that they're not valuing it, and so they still valued it, but they don't play it themselves, which that is kind of kind of rough, especially if you have the first pick.
Yeah,
because it forces you into a ban you don't really want to make.
Taking no chances, taking the Mav out again, as we thought they would.
I don't fault them. I've been on the receiving end of the MAF. I 100% agree with that.
And the Sylvanas ban. Paralyzer got a lot of work done in that game, so.
That's right. It is. I believe it is his favorite hero. So.
Yeah, good map for her in terms of pushing and picking up camps. So that's a good denial pick. As we see the Johanna ban again.
Again, sticking to their plans. They were saying, okay, last game we lost, but very close.
Yep.
We don't need to change anything. We just need to play that smidgen better, or just maybe third rotation ban the Deathwing, so we can blow up anything we look at.
Yeah, there wasn't much between the 2 teams in map 1. I think it was just, the blue team could really nullify what the red team were trying to do for the most part.
True.
Yeah, both teams played well.
And Stukov band still. So it seemed first pick Haka. I'm having deja vu.
Interesting thing that I've only just noticed, but have you noticed who picked the Haka?
I have.
Is it? Is it Killerverst? No. They've swapped out their offlaner.
Oh, indeed they have.
So Suffocate
instead of Killerverst, and
yeah.
I'm struggling to remember if Neko was in the game. Yeah, he was the
Rhaegar,
they
were. Yeah, they were the Rhaegar. We see Rexar Anduin picked up in return, so Zessel happy to just bully that Haka using the Rhaegar again, the Rexar again.
Surprising, not going for Brightwing on this map.
Yeah.
So big map, global. Get some nice value here, but they opt for the Anduin. So they must have something different in mind for their team comp this time.
Yeah, as we see the Rhaegar again and the Greymane now over in the hands of the red team.
Okay, we had Sylvanas. We need that a little more damage. We don't need silence. We just need more upfront damage. Get a bullet in, leap in with the Greymane, kill someone. If they get the Varian again, of course. But
yeah, they could ban it out here. They're probably not going to get the Deathwing, so maybe they'll get rid of the Varian. Oh no, get rid of the Valor. Okay.
Valor ban. Okay.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Wild, but okay.
Yeah, it really wouldn't surprise me maybe. It really wouldn't surprise me to see the Deathwing taken out here. Yeah.
There you go. Curious to see how Cecil fares against the Haka this time around. It's a different player. Let's see
Different Darker player, that's right, yeah.
if he has more luck against
Mhm.
Raxa. But
Yeah.
they pick up the other global. They didn't ban Falstad this time. They
Yeah.
pick him instead. Okay, still got a global. Everything's fine. And also paired with Murden. Murden played well. Like he died a few times, but that was not through his fault. That was just Antimeta just chaining their C perfectly.
Yeah,
So,
they committed a lot to those kills, so might be a bit easier now that they have Grey Main. It might only be a bit later in the game that that's the case, but they pick up the Varian again, and they get the Lunara that was banned out last time.
okay, so now, yeah, could be good because last game they had Troll for the follow up, who, you know, it's a little rougher to follow up on a Varian taunt with Troll because you have to actually walk in there to get your damage in.
Yeah, especially when there's Deathwing bad everywhere.
Deathwing bad. I'm stealing that.
And the Chromie, okay. I like that.
That's a completely different comp to last time.
Yeah, who are you liking here? These two teams.
So Antimeta have clearly gone for the same idea, just pick a target, blow it up, and move on to the rest. Whereas I don't know, MK Robotics, I'm not seeing the game plan here. I'm just seeing long range poke with Chromie, disengage with Falstad, but yeah, I don't know.
Well, betting is open. There's 1 minute 30 left. I'm going for Team A, and I'll be back in about 30 seconds while this game loads. One moment.
I'll bet for Team B because I believe in the blow up. Because especially now there's a lot less saving to be done on the other side. They've only really got time traps or the wind gust from Falstad to save someone. So I'm expecting Antimeta to have more success this time around. All right, people, get your bets in, bet those points, because I want to earn some. I need them. Belgium forbids loot boxes or other kinds of betting, so this is the only kind of betting I can get done in my life. So please feed my addiction.
Hello, I'm back. That was about 30 seconds, right?
Perfect timing. I was just running out of things to say.
John in chat, he likes the anti-meta draft. He's a big fan.
He's a believer just as well.
He's a believer. He thinks they played really well last game, and he prefers this draft. So we are heading in.
Just rooting for his old team. That's all.
Maybe. So game number 2, MK Robotics are 1-0 up. They're here. They're the blue team. We've got Miggles on the Muridim once again. Mujista on the Chromie. Shady on the Anduin, Flesh on the Falstad, and Zessel on the Rexar again.
And on the right side we have CoB Antimeta, Paralyzer on Greymane, Neko on Rhaegar, Shevla on Varian, Sizash on Lunara, and instead of Killworst we have Suffocate on the Dahaka.
Yep, so both teams kind of going back. They both, there's no Sylvanas, but both of them kind of sniffing out a bit of... Well, or both planning some shenanigans, and I don't know.
Just meet up in bits. But the Haka might be in trouble because Murden save is done, and there he goes.
Yep, first blood to the blue team, as red team are sieging away at this wall. They're going to get one tower, so Dahaka for a tower. I don't know, maybe worth, maybe not.
I'm still worth it, yeah. My big question for this game is. It is a bloodless game.
It looks pretty nice for a bloodless game. You've got the Grey Main Lunara, she likes it, the attack speed. Varian, his trait's been buffed, so even Taunt Varian, he's going to be... He would love a bloodlust.
And on the other side, you don't have that much kill pressure, not that much blow up where you really need an Ancestral 4.
Yeah, you might be right there.
The time you put from a Chromie might be dangerous, but... You could just, whatever you need to get time, you just powder bloodless and run over the run over them.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm hoping here.
We can only hope. Both teams picking up the siege camp. Red team going straight to the bruisers with Rhaegar Greymane, while for the most part covering the soaking lanes. Maybe missing out on a little bit on bot. As blue team go for their bruiser camp now.
No, yeah, they're really letting the bots go. Merlin interrupting the rotations and making sure that those XP globes are going to waste, or like at least transforming into the small ones.
Yeah, see Greymane and Varian putting a bit of pressure on top with this Bruiser camp. Varian just anchoring nicely, keeping an eye on this Muradin, giving him a bit of a taunt. Nice bit of tower damage. It's not too much, but you know, with how the objective works, I think you know it's any damage is good damage, right? That can be the difference between getting a fort and not.
And extraction damage is so important, and getting even a tower down is really important. You know, there comes the taunt. Never mind.
So
Falstaff's able to barrel away before Shevla could pop the taunt.
Yeah, but both globals heading bot as blue team are sieging top themselves. They get an entire tower.
They win this raid.
Yeah, so red team gonna have to clear that up.
So we have a mage stats, so Gathering Storm for the stacks on the Q from by Falstaff, and blue team on the top shrine and anchoring the 4-man. They valued over the mid temple.
Yeah,
temple. That's what they're called.
Hey.
Oh, the taunt on Murden. Oh, and win save. Very nice.
Yeah, nicely done. Nice time stop on the hacker. Stops him falling with a tongue, but he does get a tongue on Falstad and he gets deleted.
Yeah, unlucky with that. He got dunked as he was barrel rolling away.
Yeah.
So he just got dragged back in.
Some crazy damage.
The rest of this, and they can fight for the middle one as well.
Yeah.
And they will. Merlin forced to jump away because Varian was coming in. He was ready to taunt.
Yeah. Chromie Rex are stealing away the last couple of shots on top, just forcing the hacker off. But it looks like red team, if they can hold mids, they sort of come out on top here overall. It doesn't quite look like it, but
fairly even because like the top port on from red team is halfway dead. But yeah, Merlin way too far forward, jumped in, and punished heavily. Shovel was just waiting for Merlin to jump forward there.
Yep.
Very well done. I mean, yeah. Like, even Merlin, he went for the block charges on level 1 with when he jumps in. But even then, like the towers shooting him, Graving, Rhaegar. Once you've jumped in, oof, that's dangerous.
Definitely. I mean, the block charges, you know, they get. I mean, okay, you get 4 charges, but you know, Varian hits you as well while going for the taunt, and you know, it definitely helps, but it can only help so much. Nice aggression from the red team, taking their opponent's siege camp, heading for their own now. It was definitely looking like it was swinging in MK Robotics' favour early game, but now it's the red team are playing quite well. They're pulling it back here. It doesn't look as good on the map for them because the red team focused on the top shrine. They had already pushed it a little bit, so
yeah.
Top right fort's a bit low, whereas the blue team's objective damage is a bit more spread over the top 2 lanes.
And Rex are again showing his dominance over Dahaka. He keeps pushing in the minion waves, and little by little they are whittling that top 4 down. Oh, now we see bottom lane. An attempt was made on Varian, but yeah, an attempt, nothing more.
Yeah.
he's got to protect the thing. He doesn't care.
Yeah. Red team picking up their bruiser camps here as these minions are going to crash into top fort, and yeah, I was going to say if Dahaka doesn't respond quickly, then that fort's going to go down, and it might still. Very close. It's gonna be...
These minions are very close.
Yeah, we see choking pollen from Lunara, which I think is meta nowadays, so going for that real burst damage rather than the spread.
Yeah. And actually going for the
Muradin in big trouble.
Deep.
He's taking that bush, getting taunted and destroyed. The cursed bullet just shredded through him there.
I speak just as a temple spawns. Excellent time for Antimeta to get that kill.
Yeah, I think
Free
because
temple,
of
free pushing power.
Yeah, they're just destroying this foot. I think Miggles on Muradin, like, he got away with quite a bit last game. Like, It was really hard for the red team to punish him. And it seems like he's been a bit too confident and not respected like the Greymane damage here and the Lunara damage as the taunt comes out on Falstad. But Anduin Pull saves him.
Yeah. But Suffocate chasing the Chromie, but okay.
But yeah, like
leave it over as the rest of MK Robotics chases him off.
Yeah. Yeah, I think as the game goes on, I think Muradin will start to respect it a bit more. You know, it's just can't quite get away with as much as he did last game.
Yeah, because the Antimeta drafted a lot more burst, a lot more damage, and there's a lot of save potential in the MK Robotics team this time. They have Gusts and the Anduin Leap of Faith, but that's it.
Yeah, here's the taunt on Varian. There's no Anduin Pull available. Light Bomb comes out but doesn't hit anybody. Muradin, half health. I was expecting to see Dahaka burrow in there, but he does have to tidy up top. Just a bit of a wave and what remains of the bruises.
That's fine. You trade taunts, 20 second cooldown, so even 16. Bullet, 30 seconds for an Avatar, a Light Bomb.
Yep.
That is big win for Antimeta.
Yeah, for sure. They finish
all their autism are back again, and they have a 60 second window to go again.
I think Pull should be back up for Anduin now, I think, so...
Oh yeah, that's true.
If they could bait that out, that would be great. Go for the taunt on Muradin here. You might see the Pull.
The bullets, the healing reduction, and this time it's the Gust that gets popped.
Yeah.
Gust and Pull. Was that Pull or Jump? I didn't see.
I didn't...
It's Jump. He got
check.
Charges.
Yeah, he's still got Pull up, I checked. Yeah, so we've still got Pull up. They could maybe look for Anduin here, who's positioned a little bit aggressively. Definitely looking for something, trying to make his way through, but...
They turn in. Unleash the Force spots, and their Antimeta is quite split.
Yeah,
and here comes the Light Bomb engage.
Varian getting very low. Rhaegar nowhere near.
Rhaegar, no, they went all the way around through mid lane. Unfortunate positioning there.
So objective spawning, so a good time to get a kill, but blue team mostly committing to the bot shrine here.
So even just pushing out top lane, getting pushing it in with minions. Just think, minions or temple, they both push.
Yeah,
that works.
So trading temples at the moment. So this is really benefiting CoB Antimeta, the red team. If that's all that happens, because they are ahead on structures, so they will happily just trade all day long. Blue team.
Once you're ahead, you can stay ahead on this map by simply trading temples.
Nice bit of push from the blue team, just helping the siege damage a little bit.
This Murd's in trouble.
He's jumped straight into that taunt. Here comes the Gust and the Pull. 2 saves used. The Pull was maybe not needed.
I think it was needed because the Gust actually missed Greymane, so Greymane was still on Merlin as the Gust passed him by.
Chromie nearly doing what we would call a proxy, halving in that bush very dangerously. If Varian had his Q to throw out, then she could have been in big trouble there.
He had it all figured out. He made the calculations in his head and he's like, I'm fine here.
Big damage coming out on Dahaka, getting chopped, but he ancestrals himself with his essence. Big damage coming out on Muradin. Here comes the Light Bomb. And he's going to get out.
It's a bit unfortunate that every time he gets to jump just before the taunt happens. So the follow-up damage isn't immediately there for Antimeta. Dahaka just deleted it.
Yeah, Ancestral coming out a split second too late.
I said about not being able to blow up people here.
Yeah, it's a very nice pick as both teams are heading towards level 16. And the blue team are going to go for the boss. They've got Mighty Gust up, so they're going to feel quite confident about controlling this point. Dahaka should be able to burrow in 15 seconds if needed, but
not sure. Now in a time trap and destroyed. Yeah. Very nice time trap placement there.
Yeah, I didn't see the Wisp from Lunara come out there. That would have, if it with the level 1 Sentinel Wisp, that would have detected that trap. So
true.
Bit risky there. But they pick up the boss, the blue team. They get the kill on Lunara, and both teams are hitting level 16.
Team are looking to push with this boss. Okay, we're behind on structures. Time to even this out. this boss
Yeah.
should get a keep, especially with the siege camp coming.
I'm
and
not convinced. I think Greymane will have enough clear for it. As long as, unless blue team take a fight, then having Greymane will shred this before it gets too much. It'll do a bit of keep damage, but not too much.
Varian's very nicely anchoring the side here and keeping blue team away from supporting their boss.
He is a bit isolated though, he does need to be careful as Muradin puts a little bit of pressure on him. They have a little slapping fight here, but nothing much comes of it. Cursed bullet into Misha, and red team look like they want a bit of a fight here. They can find it. Oh, here's the light bomb. Oh, and Lunara gets destroyed. The Ancestral's too late. Varian falls as well. The Gust kind of helps the red team a little bit, I think. Rhaegar's in trouble. I think Rhaegar is going down. Yep.
Oh, that was very nice. Varian and Lunara were both in the chromie damage there. The Dragon's Breath.
It feels like they didn't respect the Misha there. It was like, it's just Misha. What's she gonna do? She's gonna stun 2 or 3 of them, and then the light bomb follow up. Because you did wonder about the Anduin as opposed to the Brightwing, and well, they're making good use of those light bombs.
Yeah, the Muradin jumping with together with the Anduin light bomb has been a very nice engage for them. That is a very cheeky wall to barrel over last stats.
Mid keep for the blue team.
He's practiced that one.
Yeah, mid keep for the blue team has taken a lot of damage passively, as the blue team are taking both temples. Red team are gonna turn up and have something to say about it here. Nice time check on the hacker.
They know there's one top and they see several others defending in the lane, so this is time to shine.
Balls have been unleashed. Here comes the light bomb on Misha. But the red team are okay.
And mid up fully channels.
Yeah. So it's evened up, I think, structure-wise, there or thereabouts. That keep did fall in mid to the minion pressure, which will be a bit disappointing for the blue team because they've sort of been on top for the last couple of minutes, right? So to lose a keep just to minions is a bit.
They pushed the boss, but they did have to ignore both other lanes during the boss push. So.
But you know, it's given them an advantage. They're a level and a little bit ahead. They're going to get to 21st, so it's still all to play for, I think. But
yeah, I mean, this game hinges again on 1 or 2 picks getting made. Like, if Varian gets stunned on anyone other than Muradin, that person is gone.
Yep.
Muradin's the only one with the block charges who can survive Antimeta's burst damage.
Yeah. Chromie is not selected her level 18 yet. She's waiting. She's waiting till level 20 like everyone else, you know.
That's just fair play.
It is, yeah. It's a polite thing to do. We see Wind Tunnel from Falstad, so that could be a real game changer.
The Censure from Anduin, so the root now stuns and the root lasts longer. And of course, rewind.
So this keep is going to fall down, surely, with all this siege giant pressure. Red team, quite rightly, just sitting back. They need to be a bit careful for a light bomb here, like this. Only hits the Varian. He is under his foot. He might be okay. Ancestral comes out just to make sure. Muradin gets taunted under the keep. He's taking a lot of damage. Spots Avatar.
Misha got stung, but you know, it's Misha.
Yep. Oh, nice isolation out to the Muradin. Mighty Gust and Pull.
Both used.
That was a really good trade for the red team, I think. Fighting into 20, blue team used pretty much everything. Red team unlucky not to get a kill. If they can just get 20 here and then maybe take a fight before Gust comes back up, then you know that could definitely swing it in their favour.
This is a little dangerous. They should really wait for their own level 20.
Yeah. Taunt onto Misha and she's just gonna get out. Just 10 seconds on boss, so see another fight over that soon.
There's a temple episode. They do need to fight for it.
Yeah.
If they let it go and contest it, it's gonna get both the remaining keeps.
Yep. But red team taking up the bruiser camp, which is going to put pressure on top keep.
And give them level 20.
Yeah.
So
blue team a
little from Greymane.
Yeah.
This time we see the double ancestral actually.
Yeah. Some nice chromie damage coming out there.
And the Haka not going for the splash isolation.
Yeah,
Actually going for the slowing auto attacks.
Alright, it's interesting. I don't really see that one usually. Here comes the taunt on Falstad. He gets pulled out. Okay, so I think...
Robotics saw that one coming from a mile away. Varian was revealed by the Chromie level 1.
Yeah. Falstad is going to back to deal with top lane, and I think blue team look like they're going to give this.
Seems that way.
Murid? Oh, I was going to say if Varian was there, maybe he could have got that Murid in here.
It looked like the hacker wanted to let that Murid in. But speed called back by his team.
Not sure what red team are doing here. It looks like they kind of want a boss. It looks like Varian wants this temple. They need to get out of there. I don't know.
Yeah.
A bit of a communication issue here.
Destroy them if they're not careful.
Misha does fall. Here comes Varian. Red team have regrouped. That's good. Misha's still down. Yeah, so caught in two minds here, the red team. I think like they saw them go back to defend top as the taunt comes out on Muradin. Some nice damage, but a lot of damage back onto Varian.
Oh, the double ancestral really saving there.
Yep, the hacker's gone back to channel the objective as a wind tunnel into the corner. Isolation on Muradin, but it won't be enough. Rhaegar does fall. Greymane's going to fall now.
Time trap on Varian even.
Muradin's getting away with a sliver. As Varian's going to fall as well. And that might be GG. They've definitely got the time and the space to head straight to core.
I mean, if Lunara maybe pushes this mid with 4 catapults, she could counter it, but then that's
I think that's the play, right? Oh no, she's going to back.
They're going to try and defend this with.
I agree with you.
Seconds.
I think that's even 5 catapults there. If Lunara push now, she probably won't have time. But...
almost died to Chromie damage there.
Yeah, the hacker has a big heal for himself, but it's not enough. And it's going to be GG 2-0 to MK Robotics. Very well played. A little bit more, I don't know, it felt like Antimeta had the early game this time.
Yeah, indeed. And then like, I don't know, MK Robotics just figured them out. It was only ever Muradin who was in danger of getting taunted. Everyone else was always far away from Shevla on the Varian. And Muradin was able to survive, and then they could, with the Chromie and Falstad, they just could turn the fights around.
Yeah.
Really well played. And to be honest, that win tunnel in the end, that
was very nice.
4 or 5 seconds that you're it doesn't stun, but it still stuns you.
And it's in that sort of, it kind of seemed like they needed one clear shot call at the end there. I think it's Falstad went back to defend the keep. I think they recognised this, and it looked like half the team wanted to go to the boss or the camp and maybe look for a kill, whereas Varian was back on the point. And then Varian came, and then they were posturing around, and then the hacker went back on the objective as the fight started. And I think they just needed to be a bit clearer there. Because at that point it was either team. It could have gone to either team.
Whoever wins the fight there wins the game. Again, just like just like game 1, like it comes down to one good team fights in the end. But this time it's really like you said, the early game definitely went to Antimeta. But then second half, like MK Robotics found the answer. That is positioned very well. Always have a save ready for when Antimeta wants to engage. Like Anun pull, Gusts, Elisa Bors and Misha would just sacrifice herself.
Yep.
Yeah. They had them figure it out.
Yeah, it's true.
So that's second loss for Antimeta ever. Not ever, but
this season on Varian.
with Varian.
Yeah, I mean, I thought they played well overall. It wasn't, they didn't play too bad, but yeah, MK Robotics just played that bit better, and Are we going to see a Rexar ban next map? Because he's been quite strong these first 2 games.
Especially into the hacker, he's been bullying the hacker, and the Misha stance. You see the Muradin leaping in light bomb, so stun, stun, and then Misha stun on top.
Yeah.
Misha's,
It's interesting because
everyone knows Misha's the real hero.
yeah.
Keep saying Misha when Rexar, but
So CoB before this series, they picked Dahaka 4 times and only won once, right? Leo is by far their favourite offlane, and he's not been getting banned, right? So I think they're picking Dahaka up as a bit of a denial to make sure that MK Robotics don't get it.
Yeah.
I think they should just stick to their guns and just, you know, get the Leo, get what you're used to, get the safe pick, you know?
It's also been like the 2 maps where you think, okay, this is the Haka map, like Altrock Pass, Sky Temple, huge maps from top to bottom.
And they played the hacker well. There's nothing against the guys playing the hacker. You know, they played it really well, but like I say, 25% win rate, it's not working for the team for whatever reason, you know? So it surprises me that they're prioritizing it.
In game 1. But maybe go back to your stick to guns. Go for Leo or a Sonya, whatever worked for you in the past. Because the hacker might not be the answer.
Yeah. So
have they picked a new map yet? Because
they have. So Antimeta going for first pick again, as you expect.
Still the meta, even though they're called Antimeta.
Yes.
Guys, seriously. Stick to the plan, guys.
And MK Robotics want us to fall asleep because they are taking us to Volskaya Industry. No, Volskaya Foundry. Industry's the ARM map. Volskaya Foundry.
This is a great map.
It has the potential to be a great map, but you know.
I love playing on it. I'm very sad that it got removed from Storm League. But I understand it's not the most interesting to watch, maybe.
Well, this is the map that's notorious for, you know, it can push on to, you know, 40 minutes if teams aren't aggressive enough.
It was the record, so I believe, in season 17, 40-minute game on Sky Industries.
Yeah, something like that. And we don't want that. No.
We like you guys. We like casting you, but 40 minutes, please no. My monster is almost completely empty. I can't do this for 40 minutes.
Yeah, we want a nice quick anti-meta win. Bring us on to another map because you know it's a good series. I think this is a really good series. We want to see some more.
It's very close.
You know, I feel like Antimeta will feel a bit hard done not to have won a map yet.
Yeah, indeed. Both games have been very close. If this ends in a trio, it won't reflect the actual games at all. Like, I mean,
like MK Robotics have played really well, so you know they deserve it. But you know, yeah, they could have gone either way. Yeah, it's definitely not been a stomp at all. So one of the casters needs 1 minute and 30 seconds precisely.
That's oddly specific for a toilet break. Like this is the kind of time you give when you've actually timed something. Right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
This guy being like, okay, start the clock.
Yep.
Do whatever you need doing. Get back. Stop the clock. I thought casters were always ready. What are these guys?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's 3 of them, so I don't know. I really don't know. Casters are always ready.
Yeah. I mean, the teams are also ready to get this one underway.
Yep. So
hard and fast. I like it.
Are we going to see something?
Something crazy?
Well, I was going to say
something
not varying from Antimeta. Are they going to mix it up here in a hope to keep themselves in the Division 4?
You'd think so, because they've tried twice now, and the second time their variant comp was a lot stronger. Like they had to blow up.
Yep.
But MK Robotics still had an answer, so
yeah.
You've got to go and dig deeper in your bag of tricks.
Yeah.
Or you need something. You need something to kill Mirrodin, but you had a Grey main. Like,
is it worth taking out? Is it worth sticking with the plan and banning out the Mirrodin? Maybe. You know, there's not many tanks that can.
Yeah, but then you got to ban Mirrodin, Maiev, and Deathwing.
Alright, well that's true. Yeah. What was the? Oh, the Johanna as well, wasn't it? Yeah.
Johanna. Then you're giving them Johanna. Well, maybe Johanna's easier to kill. You go
Yeah,
Shieldbreaker, she doesn't have a jump.
Yeah,
So.
it's not always as simple as that, but yeah, that could be an option for them, definitely. Like, MK Robotics do like Johanna, so there's a good chance they would pick it up.
I mean, she's been nerfed, like, especially her shield glare talent on level 1. But she's still, I think she's still the #1 tank in the meta right now. But we still see the Maiev ban, still respecting it. And MK Robotics taking a little more time. Banning Leo. Have they been listening to our cast?
You might be right, yeah. I mean, this is, compared to the first two maps, this is more of a double soaky map. Like, yeah. It's not like, it doesn't revolve around double soak, but you're more likely to, you know, send your offlaners double soak here, so.
True, and this time, actually, Antimeta letting through Johanna.
Yeah, they might be picking that out themselves.
Are we going to see this Zukov ban again from MK Robotics?
Possibly.
Or also for them, or Sylvanas, because on this map Sylvanas is a lot stronger with the mercenary queen.
Oh, for sure, yeah, that's going to be a first pick if it gets through. Also, Dahaka's less popular on this map, so that sort of justifies the Leo ban. Stukov ban, so we're going to see an instant Sylv here, but there's also the Johanna to worry about.
Johanna.
Yeah.
So, but this could be some next level mind games, like MK Robotics daring them to take Sylv and then giving them Johanna still.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a quick look and I don't see MK Robotics really digging the Sylv, so yeah, I think Johanna's the right play here, and then force MK, you know, if MK Robotics want to deny the Sylv now, they're going to have to pick it, but it's definitely not something they've been playing this season, so I mean, this is nice for Antimeta.
Yeah, I mean, Johanna, I mean, like I said, they need a different plan than Fairly.
Yeah.
Get something new in there.
Yeah, so we see the Anduin, so a bit of a denial for the Light Bomb Johanna. We might see Antimeta pick up Rhaegar again here for the third time. Rhaegar, like, you know, they've lost twice with Rhaegar now. He's definitely not as oppressive as he used to be. Like, I think he's done, you know, there's been some really nice saves from the Rhaegar player, but he doesn't seem as busted anymore, does he?
Yeah, a lot less impactful than in previous patch, for sure.
Yeah, there he is, and the Sylvanas.
Could also be like, it's only been 2 days since the patch, so, you know, you've been practicing Rhaegar, because you might not be as comfortable anymore on the, say, the other supports that are in the meta. But yeah, we see this Sylvanas, makes sense. Paradise did really good on in game 1 on the Sylvanas, so glad to see him back on it. And
we should see plenty of. Yeah, we did say, you know, they should go for Sonya or Leo, and they've got banned out. So we did see Killerware's return as well for this third map.
We do indeed. Oh mate, they're throwing out the wild. They're throwing us for loop here. Like.
Yeah. Killerwares has picked D.Va once this season and won with it, so D.Va's next in line from our limited info.
Okay.
We see the Blaze ban as well. I know I think they played main tank Blaze, MK Robotics. I'm just going off memory here.
Another Mirrodin pick here, because Mirrodin has worked for them in the past.
Yeah, maybe. I think it's a bit harder for Mirrodin against the Johanna. But yeah, it does seem... Stitches. Okay.
This is okay. This is okay. MK Robotics are showing us 3 completely different drafts here.
Yeah. And, I was a bit confused about the. Yeah, I was a bit confused about the Tychus pickup. Like, he's generally quite strong, so you know it's never a bad pick. But it was a bit weird. But
you've got double blinds on the other side. Why Tychus?
Yeah, but follow up for the hook. It makes a bit more sense. They just need a bit of a burst mage here.
Poppin, are you seeing what I'm seeing?
I'm seeing an
I'm seeing double
Anubarak and a
tank.
Gul'dan. Now,
I'm seeing a Nurak and Johanna in the same team.
yeah, one of these is an offlane, and I'm wondering if it's the Johanna, which is, you know, you're more likely to see an offlane Johanna.
Yeah,
You know,
for sure.
Antimeta
She's
definitely
got the
don't.
wave clear.
Yeah, Antimeta don't prioritise Johanna. Is that because Chevler's not as comfortable on it? So are they going to swap around here, do a little switcheroo? As we see Kael'thas picked up.
Okay.
We do, so offlane Johanna and main tank Anubarak. Anubarak very strong at the moment.
Yeah.
As we mentioned earlier, his less common, less meta talents have been buffed, so you don't even need to care about what talent you pick anymore on him. He's just really strong.
A little surprised on the mage picks. Like both Gudon and Kael'thas were not at the front of my minds for
Yeah,
rounding out these comps, but
Kael'thas, nice follow-up for
Stitches hooks. This is true.
the Stitches hooks. And Gul'dan, yeah, Gul'dan, not what I expected, but you know, good damage.
You're standing still a lot, so you're
Well,
prime hook target.
yeah, the non-drain life Gul'dan talents have been buffed in this most recent patch. So yeah, so yeah, I didn't think there was going to be an exam on this. So basically, the non-drain life talents, most of them got a buff, especially Ruinous Affliction on level 16, which if you hit someone with 3 different corruption things, it does a lot of damage. But we'll see how it gets on. We'll check the builds out in a minute. So we're into map number 3 of this best of 5 series. MK Robotics are 2-0 up. They are the blue team. And we see Flesh on Kael'thas, Miggles on the Stitches, Shady once again on the Anduin, Muchista on Tychus, and Zessil on the Hacker.
Alright, and on the right side we have CoB Antimeta looking to turn this around and going for the reverse sweep. We have Nico on Rhaegar, Zadash on Gul'dan, Killerwurst on Johanna, Paralyzer on Sylvanas, and Shevla on Anubarak.
So straight away we see Gul'dan going for Echoed Corruption, so going into those newly buffed talents, so we'll see just how effective that is.
Yeah, the Drain Life would have surprised me into a Stitches Kael'thas.
Yeah.
That would have seemed silly, but still, and see Johanna still going for the shield flare.
Yeah, I mean, it's really good against Tychus. You know, that's going to deny a lot of damage.
The damage been nerfed, but yeah, the utility is more important here than the actual damage.
Yep. Hello, Vigi. Offlane Stitch is still 13, and then a noob take over as offlane. It's great, actually. Okay, interesting. Don't give you Mech ideas, though.
Please don't.
We see AA Sylvanas again. Well, that'd be really handy for chunking down that Stitches. Both teams picking up their turrets.
And actually we have the Hug with the speed car talents. I think we've seen different talents that gives you more essence in previous games.
Yeah. Red team going a bit aggressive here, putting some pressure on the Tychus, and some nice damage coming out. Anduin gets the pull. Tychus uses the turret, didn't believe in the pull there. So nicely done by the red team. Pull used, turret used.
And, very nice use. I mean, a lot of people forget, but Rhaegar actually can use his cleanse offensively. That was a nice purge to really stop the Tychus from escaping on his own.
This is why you're here, Bean. I don't notice these things.
Yeah. I was like, what a special effect. Oh, that's a purge. I love it.
Special support player drafted in for this cast, just for these observations. Blue team picking up their siege camp a little bit early. Red team just heading to theirs now. So red team should be able to clear that up quite easily.
Red team definitely have. They've got the healing camp and the turrets, so they're ahead in items. They're happy with this chain of events.
Yeah, Mercenary Queen from Sylvanas, of course. It would be very surprising not to see it. Those turrets are going to get some work done. Gul'dan picking up the first buff talent, Consume Soul. Killer minion, get a heal. 3 charges instead of 2 now. And maybe the cooldown changed a bit as well. Yeah, 30 seconds to 25. Hook onto Anubarak, but he just burrows out before the follow-up CC makes it there. as the camp is taken. The red team probably going to head towards the objective now, while blue team have to respond to top.
Jahan just clearing down the bot wave. Just...
Some pressure. Yeah, pressure being put onto Stitches here, who's trying to hold the point. Anubrak going very deep, but... oh, and getting stunned. Sorry, Hook, sorry.
Oh.
Yeah, he's going to be okay.
So, you see Anub still going for beetle builds, it seems, despite the buffs on the other talents.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't nerf beetle builds, so yeah.
Yeah, so it's still the strongest.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what Shadow feels.
Red team are going to lose a little bit of soak on top if they're not careful. Johanna heading there now. Teammates might need to just back off on the point. 5 seconds until the red team's turret's back up, so they can head towards that. Get an extra turret for Sylvanas to buff. Well, they're doing that now, but they're doing it very obviously, so blue team...
It's just looking for hook, but no.
Oh, nice dodge by the Sylvanas.
Excellent there indeed.
Yeah, puts the turret down. A lot of damage going out. Anubrak getting low, but the healing camp and Rhaegar keeping him up. Dahaka's gonna fall, yep. Some nice damage there. He'd already used his heal. And really nice there from Johanna going in, grouping them all up. That's the beauty of having the two tanks. You know, you've got two very clear engages. You know. It's...
Yeah, you can just keep going. Like one gets low, the other one can step up. It's very nicely done.
Hunger for power coming out from Gul'dan, which is sort of has always been standard with corruption build. That one didn't get buffed. Just to make that clear, that one stayed the same, but that one's always been strong. So
another nice point of the double tank. You can put one in the protector and protector. Yeah. What are you doing?
What are you doing? Sylvanas gets hooked, puts the turret down just before she dies. Yeah, Rhaegar was inside the protector there, so couldn't save Sylv. So nicely done by the blue team, sort of nullifying some value that Antimeta are going to get from this objective.
Just looking to get the front wall, because since the changes to the fountains, early protectors lose a lot in power, since you can't snipe the fountains anymore on this map.
Yeah. Yeah, they might just be able to poke away at one more tower if they...
Yeah, with the laser and 15 more seconds. They do need to be careful that Rhaegar doesn't get hooked as the protector pops.
Yep. Sylvanas getting in position ready to take that turret. As soon as the protector goes down, any second now. So they're going to pick up that turret. Blue team look like they're going to respond here. Kael'thas is rotating very aggressively. Might want to wait for the tanks to catch up. Blue team definitely up for a scrap here as both teams hit level 10.
Pushing it.
Hook onto Gul'dan, he gets gorged. Here comes the light bomb.
This is weird.
Falling sword helping Gul'dan get out as the isolation comes out. And Johanna does fall, followed by Anubrak.
The Kael'thas damage there was massive together with Tychus.
Definitely. Here comes the Odin and blue team sieging away at mid as Sylvanas heads bot to get a bit of clear. Yeah, so not even level 13 and already landing the hooks. Like the cocoon came out, which popped Gul'dan out of the gorge, but the light bomb still went off and stunned him.
Still up. That was a weird interaction.
Yeah, the falling sword then cleansed him, but yeah, it put Johanna and Anub in a dangerous position. This isn't going to quite go down, but it is quite low as Sylvanas rotates in. Stitches takes a lot of damage. He's just going to be okay. Nice pull from Anduin. Drag onto Rhaegar, and Rhaegar gets very low. That heal just about saving them.
Barely gets out.
Well, so far, same as the first two games. Very close. Like, it's back and forth. Really not much between these two teams.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I like the reaction from Antimeta. Like, as soon as you see the gorge, that's their go sign. Like, instantly burrow them. Make sure the Stitches could not walk away. Johanna with the falling sword on top, the cocoon, everything to save whoever's getting gorged.
Yeah, especially after level 13. I think Antimeta need to be more on the front foot. Don't stand around waiting for that hook to, to go. They just need to just take it like this. Nice fear onto the Stitches, big damage, and he's going to fall down.
And the hacker burrowed in, so if they have any cooldowns left.
There's a cocoon
Well,
on the
there's a
hacker.
cocoon.
Not much going to happen from it.
Fortunately, it gets popped.
And red team's just gonna start poking away at this top foot if they can. They've not got great poke damage. As the Nubarak gets dragged in, he gets ancestraled. Phoenix used from Killpass. Yeah, a few ults traded there.
Johanna's just getting all the soak.
Yeah, she's gone for the Eternal Retaliation at 4. A weird talent that improves her wave clear, apparently.
Yeah.
Turrets back up for the red team.
I know the other ones got nerfed, like the punish talent, but I still don't like Holy Fury.
Yep. So blue team looking for another invade. They gorge the Johanna, not the best target, but
the one target can just walk away.
Yeah. Meanwhile, red team get the turret.
It could have just been your action. Like Stitches, wherever you encounter, you see a red health bar used, you press Gorge and you just get out.
Yeah, you could kind of see him. Oh, there's another hook on Johanna. Her Unstoppable isn't back up yet, but Falling Sword is. And just don't risk getting picked off. Just Falling Sword, get out of there.
Yeah, only 50 seconds cooldown. It's fine.
Yeah. So red team rotating up onto this Tychus. Pull used. Oh, Fear. Just split second too late.
Unfortunate. I would have really secured the kill there if Anna had pulled the Tychus out.
Heroics looking like they're in favour of the blue team at the moment. They've got 10 seconds till Gorge and have everything else up. Ancestral and Horrify still down for the red team. Some nice CC onto a Nubarak, but you can burrow out and spread the bomb to Sylvanas.
I mean, how nice.
Yeah, Ancestral's back up. They're still waiting on Horrify, but they could look for a fight here. Johanna putting some nice pressure on the hacker, and the team are rotating down onto him. He does get his heal in, but he might still go down here.
Yeah,
the tanks are committing, and yeah, very nicely done. Nice kill. They didn't commit any heroics to that, apart from Falling Sword, so they've got, you know, Cocoon, Wailing Arrow, Ancestral. They can go up and force a fight here if they wanted, with numbers.
Cocoon the variant and kill whoever's left in front.
They're getting away here. Nice hook onto the Johanna.
It's
Unstoppable used. And the Gorge onto a Nubarak. He's quite deep here. He's got Ancestral if Rhaegar can get close enough. But
live on just a smidgen too early, but
oh, nice Ancestral. He uses the turret. Wailing Arrow, bit of a peeling arrow. That big cooldown damage coming out. Cocoon on Tychus.
There's a nice Fear.
Yeah, Fear on Stitches taking him up. The fort's going to fall as well. Red team could dive here and just keep on chasing. Yeah, here comes the Falling Sword. Stuns to hacker. It's just going to get away.
They don't have the fall. That could have been 3 more kills if blue team were like half seconds slower in pulling back from support falling down.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, blue team will feel quite hard done by not getting the Nubarak kill then. That was so close. You know, 1 or 2 more auto attacks from someone and he would have gone down before the Ancestral there. Red team.
Has to be said, like Migos has his aimbot enabled on the Stitches. He's been landing almost every hook he's thrown out so far. Yeah.
Very nice hooks. Blue team reached level 16. They're going to look for a bit of a fight here. Red team needs to be careful.
Like that cooldown going for the.
Here comes the hook.
Ruins infection.
Here it comes. Yeah, I think that's going to do some real work here.
Johanna just
a lot of damage onto that. The hacker. So care for that hook now, Sylvanas.
Oh, she's dead.
The cleanse comes out, but it's not enough. Isolation on the Johanna, a nice Fear. The hacker's very low, he is going to fall, and Johanna does manage to get out. So 1 for 1.
A Nubarak in the
nice
protector.
trade.
I feel like maybe he could have done more outside the protector, so that's kind of the strap on this map, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Like
in a team fight, you don't want to be in the protector.
Nice damage coming out of Stitches. Gul'dan doing a lot of damage. I like that buff talent, really doing some work. So it looks like they might actually be able to get a bit of siege done here with the objective. A little bit of damage onto mid. Rhaegar's in there now as well. Gul'dan needs to be careful. Hook onto Johanna, she doesn't mind. Not great value from the objective, but that's full Skyer for you, isn't it?
That's yeah. The objective doesn't get value until the third. The 4th one's dangerous. The 3rd one's fine, but first two
Yeah.
hardly worth your worth your efforts.
Yeah. So they've got some value. They finished off mid. They traded kills and they took most of a tower.
It's more like a gathering point for a team fight. Like everyone agrees, right? Let's go top, get a team fight done. Whoever wins gets a fort.
So another turret to be picked up.
Agreement.
Yeah, another turret to be picked up by red team. Blue team once again going to fish for that hook. See what they can find.
Here it comes.
Hooks the turret. Not a problem. They pick that up.
Thank you very much.
Bit of confusion between the Gul'dan and Sylv, and Sylv's ended up with a healing beacon. I don't know if that was intentional or not. Might have been an intentional swap. Sylv needs to make sure she's near that turret. I think blue team needs to be careful here. Johanna's mid, and this is a situation they need to avoid. Yeah, quite rightly, rotating mid. Don't just hang around there waiting to get hooked. That's, yeah, you just don't want to do that against Stitches, right?
Engage on your own terms. Don't get hooked. So they might catch the hack on the rotation, but hack spots it and takes the safe buff.
Yeah, not much happening. Red team are ahead on structures, ahead on XP. They don't get hooked. Wait till 20, get your camps, and go from there. Blue team, well, they just need to find that hook, don't they?
Yeah.
just to give them a bit of space on the map.
Look for the hooks. Get your camps.
Get your camps.
And the exact opposite of what you just said.
So blue team, I think they've seen that. Blue team are here, and they're going to melt this. Well, they just need to be a bit.
Nice anchoring on sides, but Stitch is looking for the hook.
Oh. That misses, and free fort for the red team. Very nicely done. Just good map awareness there. They've nearly hit level 20.
And they find the Stitches all in zone.
Horrify used, but doesn't hit anybody. And Stitches just about gets out one of the two pulls used.
Maybe Horrify was maybe a little overkill. Like, knowing the one pull's still there, and you've got damage there to burst him without needing to Horrify.
Yeah, that could be.
Could have saved it for the team fights. But
yeah, if Gul'dan could position quite far forward, that can really mess up the Anduin pull. If you use it on the Anduin and the person he pulls, you have to position a bit aggressively, and it can be maybe too much of a risk. But they hit level 20 anyway. They pick up the healing beacon. Very nicely done.
Healing beacon is better than one healing beacon.
Exactly. Blue team are gonna hit 20 soon, so yeah, nothing much happening. Maybe red team putting a bit of siege damage out here on bot, perhaps.
See, Johanna's still going for the level 20 upgrades on Falling Swords, even though it got nerfed. But
yeah, I wasn't sure if
you still get the cooldown reduction, I guess.
I think the patch notes. The patch notes suggested that if you hit a really good one, you still get rewarded for it, kind of thing, right?
Yeah, we need to hit like 6 people with it.
Yeah. Red team take up another turret, so they've got 2 turrets, 2 healing beacons. Blue team take top fort. Why not?
Red team respond by pressing the bottom keep Savannah straight again.
Yeah. Blue team will back, so I don't think. I mean, they get a tower. That's nice. That's not quite a fort, but it's something. Yeah, and if they win the objective, it makes it easier for them to push on to keep. Quite rightly, they back off. They don't let. They don't play Stitches. I don't know. Yeah, they don't play the game with Stitches. Can you land a hook? Yeah. They just back out of there. Comes the Stitches, face checking the Anubarak. And the red team are looking for a fight. Gul'dan gets a bit caught on the treadmill. Odin gets popped. Out comes the hook. It misses. And red team.
Rightly, we back off. Wait out the Odin. Very
Odin's
smart.
been used. Don't stand here or here. Just run away. Don't get hooked. Here it comes. It misses.
On the Anu.
Ooh. Ancestral a bit hasty on Anubarak there. If he looked like he was going to get out, so that won't be available for another minute and a half. Remember, they've got the items, the red team. They did use 1 turret there, I think. They've still got a turret in. Ooh, hook onto Johanna. She gets gorged. She has got Falling Sword and I think Unstoppable. Yeah, Anubarak goes in and gets absolutely destroyed. Nice Horrify.
Nice fear from Gul. Done.
Yeah, Kael'thas is getting low, but he's getting.
How is this guy still alive?
I don't know. He's getting away with a little bit of health. The hacker's very low on the right as well, taking a lot of turret damage. Gets a nice tongue on Sylvanas, but she does finish him off, and it's 1 for 1 somehow. all items used.
Tigers was cocooned throughout the entire fight, so
Yeah.
there's certainly help.
Oh,
But
big
now they
damage.
can count us.
Big damage on Kael'thas, and they're going to chase this surely. Here comes the falling sword.
Nice cooldown.
Yeah, pull
Use
onto
the heal.
Tychus, and they just leave Stitches to die. Tychus has nearly got Odin back. You know, he's going to be helpful on the defense, so get your Tychus out of there. Stitches, well, he'll be back eventually. How much can they do with this? They've got 40 seconds without Kael'thas, 50 without Stitches, 25 without Dahaka. They've got
They should
Sylvanas
last,
to
like-
disable the structures. Can they end?
And Tigers
Maybe not.
and win on their own.
Maybe.
Don't really have that much kill pressure. So ending might be too much, but definitely keep.
Yeah.
To get another kill here, they could go for it, but
Yeah, Tychus can put out some nice damage on the Protector, but he really has to put himself in danger to do it, so... Red team
using that level 4, healing on some minions.
Yeah. Red team trying to end, and Ubrax's back. He's just catching up with the team now as Red team smashing that core. Dahaka is going to try and zone out the DPS. Drops down to 50% on the core, and it looks GG, surely?
Yeah, the Protector on its own. It's got this.
Very nicely done. Well, we got our wish, and that is for the series not to be over. Antimeta coming back strong in map number 3.
And the very surprising last pick there, the double tank.
Yeah, I didn't see that one coming.
But it was it worked perfectly into the Stitches. Like you have whoever gets hurt can both Anoop and Johanna can just go in. Like it felt like the hook was actually designed for Antimeta to engage.
Yes.
More than than it was a pick opportunity for MK Robotics.
What do you think of the Stitches then? So that was like Muradin was open. They'd won the first 2 maps, and then they mixed up and go for the Stitches. And like you said, he landed a lot of hooks, like you said, but you know, quite a few times it was on Johanna and
Ubrak, like the 2 people who can just pretty easily walk out.
So do you think that might have been a bit different if they had Muradin instead? Muradin light bomb like they did in map 2? Or do you think it was good to try and mix it up a bit? I don't know.
It's good to keep them guessing, I suppose, and not to show too much favoritism towards Murden. But yeah, maybe Murden with the light bomb could have just jumped on the Godan or Sylvanas,
yeah,
and done a repeat of the second game draft, let's say. They went for something else with the Stitches, with the follow up with Kael'thas and Anduin. And I've got to say, like the Dahaka, like that one also felt weird here. Like, we definitely not the map you want to pick the Dahaka on.
Yeah, we did say
not many butches.
Yeah, like MK Robotics banned out Leoric. You know, because they probably thought, well, it's fine. They're not going to pick Dahaka, and then pick Dahaka themselves.
Yeah.
So, yeah, an interesting one. Vasimir in chat predicting the reverse sweep. Could happen. MK Robotics going for first pick, as you'd expect.
I think, probably MK Robotics were expecting more from the Stitches hooks there.
Think we're going to see Infernal Shrines?
Antimeta probably prefers that one.
Yeah.
Because it plays into their strengths and less so into MK Robotics strengths.
Yeah, I would like a Shrines right now. If I was Antimeta captain right now, I'd say let's go Shrines. We're good at this map, which they are, because I'm sure we played them a few times.
Yeah.
And I remember them being good on Shrines. You know, keep the momentum going in your favour. Make the opponent. Yeah, make MK Robotics just panic a bit and think, oh no, we're losing control of this series.
We're getting reverse sweeped here by the switching offlaners. It's throwing them off. Like they have to redo their entire research.
We'll have to see if Killerverse appears for a third time, or if they switch back to Suffocate. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see. Like we don't know what this, because they both played Dahaka, so is it related to the heroes they're playing? Like, Or are they just switching each map just to, spread the love and, mix it up? I don't know.
Or did MK Robotics not respect Johanna enough there? And they led her to the ban phase.
Mhm.
That was a conscious decision. Like they banned Stukov and Liarok instead in the first rotation, and they were really banking on Antimeta not playing Johanna.
Yeah.
Maybe they mind game them maybe a little too much.
So Antimeta, just taking a minute. They've done really well there. Got their noses back in this series. Just taking a quick breather while they decide on a map.
We've only got, what do we have left? Shrines, Doom Spider Queen, and Dragonshire. I don't see them picking Dragonshire. Like, MK Robotics have shown their Rexar, and if there's any Rexar map, it's Dragonshire. I would not want to go to that one.
I mean, MK Robotics haven't really shown a preference for it this season. They've had it picked against them once and they won. Antimeta have played on it 5 times and only won twice, but they have picked it twice themselves, so they do clearly like it to an extent.
Yeah, it's true. But I'm hoping for shrines here.
Yeah, we all want
some good old shrines, like some good old. There's an objective, it's good. You have to go for it.
Yep. It'll be interesting to see what.
How do MK Robotics reset from this? Like mentally, okay, they've done 3 different compositions now. They've gone for the big comp in the first game, and then the more pokey, even though it was really very bursty as well in the end on Sky Temple.
Yeah.
And now they've shown the stitches.
I'm sure they'd love Maiev to get sneak through drafts, but I don't think that's going to happen.
Especially not on this map.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. We could see like an early Deathwing picked up because you've got Maiev and Johanna to worry about for Antimeta, yeah, in the ban phase.
So because now this is the first time. So all 3 games actually, Antimeta had first pick. So now they get let's say drafts advantage.
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking for.
So I could definitely see, not first pick, but in the 2-3 slot, a Deathwing coming out if it's open. Very strong on this map. Flesh is very good on it, so it wouldn't surprise me. It's a bit, typically you'd like to pick it a bit later, but it'll get banned in the 3rd phase if it's not already.
They've also banned Stukov every game so far, so maybe that's now they leave it open because they have the first pick and they force MK Robotics, they force Antimeta to spend a ban, either Maiev or Deathwing, on that Stukov.
Well, you say that, but MK Robotics haven't played Stukov this season, and it's definitely not been banned every map, so it's definitely one that they ban and other people don't. So they don't need to worry about the Stukov. Let MK Robotics deal with that.
Okay.
Same with Rhaegar. Actually, looking at it, it's not been banned in that many of the matches for MK Robotics. So Antimeta can really, focus on those target bans.
But then they still. Let me think. Wait. You have the 2 supports, and you have Johanna to worry about.
Yeah.
Do you let Johanna through? Do you let Deathwing through? Do you let Maiev through? You can only ban 2 of the 3 you still have to worry about.
Like I say, I think the safe bet is just let the Deathwing through and hope they don't pick it up early. Maybe pick up some heroes that could punish it, perhaps. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's a tough one.
Pick up a Tychus or something.
Yeah. CoB having a long, hard think about this map choice. They are still discussing it. You know, this could be the end of their season if they play it wrong. So, yeah, this map is very important.
I mean, yeah, I don't blame them. Like, just get your mind in the right your mind in the right place. Discuss it in depth with your team. What map do we want? What kind of draft do we want? Get every kind of advantage that that you need.
Yeah.
Because, like you say, if you don't win here, you're out.
Yes,
it's game over
exactly.
for the rest of the season.
Yeah, and they might be discussing the offlaner as well in that. They might be saying, you know, well, if we go for this map, you can play, you know, Killerverse can play this one, or Suffolk can play this one. We mentioned earlier one of them plays Diva, which, you know, quite strong on this map, so maybe that's a factor.
Yeah, indeed. Oh boy. A really long think about the map. I mean, it's quite surprising compared to the first 2 games where it was pretty much instant map picks, instant map bans, instant map picks, up, lobbies up, ready to go. Okay, after 3 games, you've earned a little breather. It's alright.
It shrines. If I was the Antimeta captain, we would have had a map 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, they go for shrines, which we've said probably the best call.
Yeah, it plays to their strengths, and
yeah, even MK Robotics saying as expected. They knew it was coming.
Yeah, like, come on. So these teams have done their research. They've been predicting each other's map picks and and bans the entire time.
Yeah, not as favoured this map for MK Robotics, but both teams have a 50% win rate on it. You know, everyone knows how to play shrines.
Yeah, that's the problem. If that's your like I said, favorite map, indeed you know your opponent is also going to be well versed on it. Like compared to a Sky Temple where you might have like a pocket strategy, where the other team might not have anything prepared.
Yeah.
Paralyzer apparently wants Blackheart's Bay.
Paralyzer
that would be interesting.
Is insane.
But I think no, Blackheart's Bay is just a bad map. Sorry. I will agree with Sash for the Haunted Mines. That map was fun. It was stupid, but it was fun.
I'm surprised Paralyzer doesn't want Haunted Mines. That's the OG Sylvanas OP map, right? Just trait with the objective and win.
I honestly don't. I wasn't playing the Haunted Heroes Storm that much back in the day.
Well, good, you never experienced Sylvanas on Haunted Mines.
Okay. I only played like quick match in those days, so no, it's fine. I mean, we only need to convince Eric the Swift. He's the one vetoing it in Heroes Lounge, just because how broken the map is with every kind of global.
I suppose. Bring it back, John. Bring it back.
Yeah.
So both teams are in the lobby. Antimeta are ready to go. MK Robotics need 30 seconds. We see Killerverse again for Antimeta, so for a third map.
Is Killerverse the Diva player? That's
yes, that's what he. Yeah. Killerverse is the Diva player. They played Leo, Dahaka, Sonya, Diva. So
yeah, those are all
good.
Strong picks on this map. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Quick look. I mean, by comparison to stuff like Leo, Dahaka, Sonya, Artanis. So it's just swap Diva for Artanis. So maybe that was the decision for this.
Okay. I can see that.
Yeah. Artanis got nerfed as well, so Anyway, let's not worry about Artanis. Artanis isn't important right now.
Not on this map and not in this draft.
Yeah, we're more worried about this draft that we're going into.
Yeah. Well, let's see. how close were we with our predictions about the Deathwings, Johannes, the
Yeah,
Stukovs,
I
and so on?
think CoB ban Maiev and Johanna. The blue team bans Something and Stukov. They go for the Leoric ban, which I think very sensible.
Yeah, makes sense. Still Antimeta's favorite hero, and on this map, very strong. Also, very nice setup for any kind of like wombo combo you want to do, which and with a lot of choke points here, and Dooms can be quite powerful here.
Mhm.
And still the
Maiev, no
Maiev ban.
surprises.
I mean, if it ain't broken, don't unban it. And
Sylvanas ban.
Vanas.
So we could see. I'd be very surprised to see MK Robotics pick up Stukov. I wouldn't be surprised to see CoB pick it up. I don't know. It depends if they prefer the Rhaegar.
Yeah. I mean,
But I think they have
the
to ban
Vanas
Johanna
was
here.
good.
Deathwing ban. They're worried about that early Deathwing pick. Well, I'm just very surprised. They pick up Stukov for the first time this season.
But in return, do they
Red
go
team
with Johanna again?
I mean, they can go for that Johanna and Ubrak combo again. It was really good. Johanna might struggle a little more here. She has to do a little bit of double soak, but not that bad. Not that bad.
Yeah.
I think it's
She's still strong.
big value. Yeah. Chevrolet picks it up
They
again.
do pick it on. Yeah, Chevrolet, that's so
So they're
keeping the
just
mind
going to
games
swap it
going.
again. Yeah. Picks up the Falstad as well while it's open, and Sonya Hanzo in return. Dragon Arrow, Leap, that could be pretty scary.
Yeah.
Silence on top.
No time on their picks. Like they've thought this pick.
Yeah, they've got a
this
plan.
is true, and yeah, and it's
Diablo
kill
ban,
stuff.
interesting. I mean, that makes sense. APOC following up the Leap and the Dragon Arrow. An Anduin ban in return. Rhaegar's still open. I think Red Team are,
They're looking for that Rhaegar probably, yeah.
Yeah, like maybe the Anduin would have been an option
ancestral,
if it wasn't banned. But I wouldn't be surprised to see the Anubrak again, especially before the blue team have a chance to pick it up.
True. Yeah. Blue team could also just.
Yep, as predicted. Reading them like a book.
Probably then the Merlin here? Or do they go for the Varian here?
They could possibly,
yeah.
yeah.
Stukov, that would be very strong.
That could be pretty nice. It doesn't like the Varian doesn't synergize as much because they got they got the Leap and the Hanzo, but we could see it. I think Muradin's more likely out of the two.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what else they would go for. May. That's a good. Yeah, actually, yeah. I forgot Miggles does play May. I forgot about that, but that does ring a bell.
And
paired with the Valor. Yeah, so they've got a nice setup with Ice War, maybe even Avalanche, and the Gul'dan again. Almost identical draft for the red team. Gul'dan did a lot of damage, I think, with the corruption last game.
Indeed. So just swap out Falstad for Sylvanas, and that's copy paste.
Yeah, and I like the Falstad here as well. You got the if he doesn't get caught in a combo, then Gust will can definitely save them. They've got the Falling Sword as well as a bit of save.
I'm a little more worried about the Gul'dan this game though, because Sonya Leap can, with a May follow-up, can absolutely delete him before any of the tanks can try and save him.
Yeah, Rhaegar's got the cleanse. Yeah, it might be a tough one for Gul'dan here, but that Sonya's definitely going to hurt.
Yeah, I think blue team's definitely packing more of a punch in their draft this time. Val and Hanzo very strong heroes with a lot of DPS.
Yeah, who are you going to bet on? That's what I want to know.
I want this to game 5, but I'm looking at the blue team and I'm saying, "Ooh, that looks scary." That is a comp I want to play, and I would feel confident winning on.
I believe in Antimeta. I'm going for game 5. Yimek does as well. I'm with Antimeta on this one.
Always believe in Yimek. That's the one rule in AFK for Coco. Always believe Yimek.
Yes. So here we are. Map number 1, 2, 4, 5, 5?
4,
5, 6, 7. Map number 4. It's 2-1 at the moment, best of 5. MK Robotics in the lead. CoB, their season's on the line. MK Robotics on the left, Miggles on the May, Flesh on the Hanzo, Shady on the Stukov, Ujista on the Valor, and Zessel on the Sonya.
And on the right side, CoB Antimeta, Nico on the Rhaegar, Cesage on the Gul'dan, Killerwurst, the Johanna again, Shevla on the Nubrak, and finally Paralyzer on Falstad. And we immediately see some action in the mid lane. Sonya getting chunked, but nice zoning Blizzard by May, negating any kind of further follow-up that can happen.
Yeah.
Oh, they're going
Nice
again.
Stun, nice stun coming out. Nice silence stuns them away. No! So we see Corruption again from Gul'dan. We see Hammer build for the Falstad. And then on the other side we see Hanzo, Q Hanzo, and multi-shot Valor.
Yeah, okay. Multi-shot Valor as well on the shrines. Pretty strong for clearing the shrines because they kind of lacking on the clear otherwise, but yeah. I feel like every build on Valor is powerful.
Yeah, oh, nice damage going out on May.
May.
Nice stun. She gets very low, but she does just tap in time. Very unlucky for the red team there. Sonya
looking for the invade.
Yeah, Sonya going for slam, so going to put out a lot of damage. Oh, nice invade. Big damage on Stukov, and the camp is surely going to go over to red team. Yeah, blue team just need to back up, let them have it, clear it up, regroup.
Not anchoring that bush. That's a classic mistake.
We made that mistake in our quarterfinal. Exact same position. You were the one who died. You were the Stukov, but you were a bright wing or something. I don't know.
Yes, classic mistake.
Classic mistake.
If you win the game, act the bushmates.
So red team, they stole the camp. They pick up bot camp. They're rotating up.
I mean, it was even their. I mean, it must be a CP thing because it was their sister, the Guy Banger, who did it to us.
I know, yeah.
It must have been.
It's tradition.
Trained with them.
Yeah. So red team really painting the map red, or blue from their point of view, I guess. Johanna was forced to back on top. You know, she's going to struggle against the Sonya. That's not what Johanna offlane is all about, is it?
Yeah, she's got the weight clear, but yeah, in a straight up fight, Sonya beats her every time.
Yeah. So a slight XP lead for the red team as they go to do their camp. Blue team starting theirs as well.
Sonya going for a full slam build. I like it, especially if you leave.
No. Wait.
Oh, that's
shot
build, right?
No, shot of fury. No, I mean it does buff. After casting seismic slam, your next basic attack deals more damage, but there is a slam talent at 4.
Yeah.
Which increases the damage if you hit a hero with slam, it does more damage behind. If you hit a minion, it makes it really long. The splash.
Okay. True.
Well, hit a minion or not a hero, basically. It makes it quite long.
Shrine started, red team here early, getting the lead.
Yeah, nice lead. Falstad, meanwhile, on top, clearing out that camp, putting some pressure on. He can fly down in a minute.
Don and Johanna, they have excellent clear on the shrine.
Yeah.
Nicholas trying to zone them out. Works, but didn't get anyone in the stun, actually.
Yeah, so it's all still even. Gul'dan's clear is so good that even when they backed off, they were still getting the minions. Falstad flies in now. Sonya, not quite out of position, she's okay. Johanna getting quite low, though.
The team catching up in the minions.
Yeah, meanwhile, a bit of tower damage on top, so...
And
Falstad.
Big trouble. Barely gets
he might still go down.
No,
he's okay. Johanna getting stuck in a bit of a silence there, but she's going to be okay. Punisher does go over to the blue team as May gets quite low, but she's going to get out as well. No kills here.
May doing an excellent job distracting the red team while the rest of her team was confirming the objective.
Yeah, very nicely done. If they can clear this up quite well, then, not much value gained from this, unless blue make a bit of a play. They got that bit of a value on top. They didn't get a full tower, but they got some damage, which might pay off later. Towers fall on bots.
That's about as much as you can expect from a first finisher.
Yeah, if you don't get a pick, then that's fairly standard, right? Blue team now sort of taking control of the map. Sonya's gone top. She's putting some pressure on the towers. Johanna's going to have to respond to that. Nice response from the blue team here. off the back of getting that immortal. Immortal Punisher.
Oh, May in some trouble. Follow, but she still has her trades to
Yeah.
deny the further follow-up.
Blue team picking up that camp in the meantime. Not much going on at the moment apart from that. Johanna just waiting for that wave to push itself in so she doesn't get slammed by the Sonya. Hanzo in a bit of a bad position here. He does have his jump and he's going to be okay.
Fine. Easy peasy.
Some pressure being put on the Gul'dan there. Nice stun. Falstad gets caught and he gets silenced. And
Also, that went the wrong way. Oh.
yeah, it looks like he was trying to save the Gul'dan and help pressure the blue team away, but paid for it himself.
Yeah, indeed. Lesson learned, never help your friends.
Exactly. Blue team are now the aggressors. They're stealing away their opponent's camp.
Yeah. Sonya hang around just in case red team tries to engage on that one, but they think better of it.
Yeah. 26 stacks for Falstad so far, nearly completing that. Gul'dan quite close as well. Hanzo not too close to completing his queue.
See, like the good on damage is already pulling. Like I think was it Vala got hit by a 2 of the corruption. I think that was half HP gone. After 16, that's really a chunk.
Yeah, heroics coming in for the blue team. So we see Dragon Strike from the Hanzo, correct choice. Flailing Strike from the Stukar, Rain of Vengeance, Ice Wall, so no Avalanche, which is probably a good choice, and the Leap.
Ice Wall is a nice setup for the Dragon Strike.
Yeah. And, meanwhile, yeah, Leap onto the Gul'dan, catches him out on the rotation. I missed that. Nicely done by the Sonya. Gul'dan getting caught out. Ice Wall comes out, but doesn't catch anyone.
It's only Ice Wall.
Yeah.
It's called that.
And blue team, nothing significant, but they are just starting to get a bit of an advantage here.
Yeah, and Sonya's being a real menace. Like she just goes into Johanna and just forces it back every time. So she's forcing 2 heroes of the red team to respond to her, which gives the blue team an advantage on the rest of the map. So really nice pick and really playing very well. Oh, this Gul'dan is...
Gul'dan needs to be careful. There is a leap here.
Yeah, no, it was asking for it, I feel.
Yeah, red team get to the shrine first. They're going to get a little bit of a lead and kind of a favourable position, perhaps. This is the first time we've seen the proper fight with the heroics, so let's see how this goes. May goes in.
May engage.
Oh, nice cleanse. Gul'dan gets caught in the ice wall. He's going to be in big trouble. Ancestral's a little too late. Well, not late, but you know.
It's cast time. That's what it is.
Yeah. And Anubrak's very low. He's going to go down. Johanna should just be okay. Blue team really committing to this. Valor quite lucky that May was there to take the tower shots there. Very nicely done by the blue team, really forcing the red team off there.
Very nice engaged by May and the follow-up. Even though the Rhaegar cleanse is absolutely on point, the damage still goes through from the leap, the slams, then the ice wall follow-up.
Yeah.
Beautiful setup by them. Red team were lucky to walk away with only 2 people killed.
Yeah, for sure. So the objective is going to go over to the blue team. I don't think red team can get here in time unless they choose to fight behind the Punisher.
If they want to get this, they have to absolutely YOLO it. They choose not to.
Yeah. They're going to pick up the bruiser camp just to maybe help the defense just a little bit. Blue team are going to stall out the objective. It looks like they're just getting it to 39. Meanwhile, Johanna and Sonya going for a bit of soak. Out comes the ice wall. Only hits the Nubrak. The Dragon Strike. Nubrak should be okay. Maybe not. He's running straight through that Dragon Strike. It does deal less damage at the sides. A bit of sidestepping might have saved him there.
Yeah, and also he cancelled his burrow charge prematurely. He only burrowed like 2 meters instead of the full length. So
the fort falls quite quickly, and blue team pushing up. They've used Dragon Strike and Ice Wall, but they've still got Leap available.
Nice bait by Johanna, using her unhoppable to bait the Punisher over the wall. But yeah, now on the next jump, make him look to punish whoever gets punished. And there's the leap, but
here comes the
very
falling
nice
sword.
blow by Johanna.
Gust and Horrify used a bit of overlap there. May's in a bit of trouble, but she does have her trait. Slaps come out from Stukov. Red team can look to chase here a little bit. Nice Rain of Vengeance and the zoning from May. Ice Wall. Yeah, really nice disengage from the blue team here. And not much that the red team can do. The Nubrak goes in. Here comes another Dragon Strike. Gets a bit of damage onto the Gul'dan.
Keep chasing. Gul'dan had to back off. He was getting too low from mana tapping the entire time.
Everyone pressed R then. Heroics used.
Yeah. I was really impressed by the Johanna instant reaction with the falling sword on the Punisher leap.
Yeah, that was very nice.
And the Sonya follow up.
Vala taking a lot of damage. Alstad. Nice Stukov combo on the Nubrak. Going for virulent reaction.
The roots on the lurking arm. Don't see that as often anymore. You tend to see the resets. Even though, yeah, it got nerfed with not this patch but the previous patch already. So it's a little harder to get resets going.
Yeah. So blue team being a bit aggro, pushing into this camp here. Red team maybe a little surprising they left that. They've not got Ancestral up, so...
Yeah, they were 4v5. Like they saw Sonya there, and Johanna was in top lane, clearing a wave. They knew they didn't have the numbers, so they wisely back off. And I think in that choke, like May with the Blizzard or Nice Wall with the Dragon Strike on top, absolutely demolished them.
Yeah. So do they need to find a fight not in a choke point? Is that it?
I believe that's the call, even though it's like a little counterintuitive with the Gul'dan, but I think Blue's choke point damage is just that much stronger.
Yeah, it's a bit of a tough one. I feel like Red Team need to kind of maybe try and dive a little bit and put some pressure on Hanzo and Valor and Stukov, but that leaves them open to a really strong counter engage with the leap and the May stun, you know. Yeah, a bit of a tough one for them.
And also, they don't have like the greatest follow-up for if they dive. Like Gul'dan can't follow a dive.
Yeah.
Maybe, but then, like I say, that he's really vulnerable to being counter-engaged on.
Yeah, maybe if they could find a cocoon on someone that isn't May, and then gust the rest of the team away, could be an option. I don't know. But it feels like they don't quite have, you know, having the Falstad instead of the Sylve, I think is not great for them at the moment. To solve this puzzle, how to get some kills. Sonya picks up the Bruiser camp. Blue team positioning aggressively. They're gonna try and punish whoever rotates up here. It's gonna be Johanna or not. Maybe they're no. Red team saying objective. Let's do it. Blue team probably see this, take this Bruiser camp, and they'll have double Bruiser camp pushing.
Yeah, then they can fight for the objective. So.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Red team will do this quite fast. So Blue team do need to get down here quickly, unless they might just commit to top keep even.
It looks like they are, yeah. They're formatting here, and they got the double bruises incoming.
Yeah, like this is an easy keep for them. Like I think Red team, you know, you need to make sure you get this. You know,
they can't defend it even anymore. It's like,
like this is dead.
But it's too late. Too late.
Don't get caught out here, you know, just make sure your core doesn't take damage, get the objective. You know, they've left it on 38 minions, 39? 39? 39. Perfect. Oh, they defend the keep.
Oh, no
I'm
way.
very surprised. I thought they definitely could have done that.
That's got a smart for the blue team.
Oh, Gul'dan.
Oh, that's...
Gets leapt on, the Ancestral comes out. Nice Horrify, but the Dragon Strike finishes him off.
Oh, that is a very bad time to get spots on your own there.
Yeah, here comes the Falling Sword just to help Nubrak get out. So they completed the objective. I feel like they should have left it on 39, waited for Johanna and Falstad to regroup, and then, you know, just gone in, finished it off, take a fight if you want to. But they saved the keep.
At this point in the game, you don't want to... Yeah, you don't want to walk around alone, because a pick will swing the game at this point.
Yeah, for sure. And, you know, the blue team have Stukov, which, you know, that can punish anyone. A Johanna and a noob. Doesn't matter who you are. If you get caught out, then you can be in big trouble. Well, the objective, yes, most of a thought. Not perfect, but you know, it's
not great. At 40 minutes, you expect to get more done with the objective, but
yeah.
Oh well.
but it didn't go over to the opponents. So you know, this is
That's
step.
important. And they defended top keep.
Yeah.
It's also huge.
But they didn't get a kill in that time. That's still I think that's, you know, they need to get kills. That's how you win games, right? They just need to figure out a way to win these team fights.
Yeah, so far it's 6 kills to 1, and yeah, I think that the first skill they got is all the way in the beginning on May.
It was on Stukov on the camp invade.
Yeah, on Stukov, yeah, indeed. Yeah, right.
So top port's going to fall. Gul'dan needs to be careful not to get leapt on here.
Oh, they are very split here. Blue team could engage on this.
Red
and
team,
they will.
A fight's good for the red team before the blue hit level 20. Here comes the Dragon Strike. That's not. It's going to split the red team, but not do much else. Anubrak going in aggressively. He's not got all his team with him. Here comes the Cocoon on Sonya. The gusting away the rest of the team, but they do come back. Horrify onto the Sonya. She does take a lot of damage, but so does Anubrak. Ancestral comes out. I just have a situation where everyone presses their heroics and not too much happens. Yeah, nice Ancestral from the Rhaegar.
Yeah. I mean, blue team has some great zoning counter engage, like the Blizzard from May, the Silence from Stukov.
Yeah.
Like, the Cocoon ended and red team couldn't get to Sonya because there's too much shit in the way.
Yeah. Okay, red team needs to be very careful here. Blue team looking for this fight. They hit level 20. Here. Rhaegar might be in trouble here. Here comes the leap onto Rhaegar, the Ice Wall on top. Hits Johanna as well. Stukov silences out. The Dragon Strike. Rhaegar falls. And Nubarak getting very low. Yeah, down goes the Johanna. Cecil just surviving. Very close. Meanwhile, Falstad is off soaking. Yeah, red team getting caught out a little bit there. Losing 2 heroes, but it doesn't look. It's not a complete disaster. Blue team are pushing, but they're not going straight to CoB. Yeah. Got more Dragon Strikes from Hanzo. Nice stun from Anubrak and nice damage from Gul'dan. There's the Gust. Not quite able to confirm a kill. Horrify hits, but in the wrong direction. Unless they were looking for a peel. Yeah, still had 2 heroes dead. So they're down a talent tier. Falstad needs to be careful here.
That's a danger against what MP Robotics draft. You step up 1 step too far, and they will turn on you. Like the May and the Sonya and the Silence. 1 step out of position, and you're done for.
Yep. So I mean, MK Robotics haven't ended despite their advantage. So Antimeta just need to regroup. Losing this Punisher might be a bit of a disaster for them. So
yeah, they still have 30 seconds for Gul'dan, so
yeah,
they have to give it. Try and get level 20 in the meantime. There's a big wave top that they can farm for experience.
Yep.
And just try to bait the Punisher towards the core. You're going to lose mid keep probably, but this way, if you only lose the mid keep, I think that's a win.
Yeah, I don't know. They need to play it very smart. This, I think, if they want to.
They get some very strong tools now. They get the wind tunnel. The rewind on Anub is huge.
Yep.
The demonic circle for Gul'dan to save himself.
Oh, I hate that. I hate that talent. It's so annoying to play against. But yeah. So red team looking to take the fight on the Bruiser camp. Dragon Strike Ice will come out. Some nice damage onto May. There's the Horrify. She's getting very low, but she does get a trace off. Leap onto the Falstad. Ancestral comes out. Another Dragon Strike. Falstad very low. Anubrak still engaging. Gul'dan pumping out the damage. Oh, and Valor falls. May is surely going to fall as well here. Yep, she does. Here comes another Dragon Strike, but oh, careful, Johanna. Okay, yeah. Very nicely done by the red team. They sniffed that out and they took the fight. They had to, and they can clean this up.
Very clutch. The level 20 upgrade that heals in the area around it. So
yeah, they were like in the middle of a Dragon Strike there, and they could have been in big trouble. But the Ancestral just topped them up nicely, and they get their first kills since a few minutes into the game.
Yeah, indeed.
So what are they going to do with it? That's the question. Yeah, level 20 making a big difference.
They even defend the keep, which no one expected.
Yep, and they're going to look to take this fight here. Go on, Anu, be aggressive. I believe in you. Yep. Stun onto the Hanzo, but he gets away. This fort is very low. They could dive this and just take it out, maybe.
They couldn't. They
No?
shouldn't. Johanna's believing, but the rest of the team is thinking minions, minions.
Yeah, the May and the Valor are coming back, so red team are going to have to do the hard work again and try and win another team
They're
fight.
gonna have to do. Yeah, they do this a few times because blue team has not. That was the first fort they lost.
Mhm.
So yeah, they've been in control of this game almost the entire way through.
Yeah, okay, blue team looking at this camp that Anubrak was soloing. Rhaegar needs to be careful. Stepping up a little bit there. There is some map pressure on top, a few catapults, and camp pushing mid, so red team need to fight if they want to fight, or go clear up. I think they should go clear up, unless they find a good engage. Anubrak is positioning aggressively, Rhaegar gets hit by the leap, horrifying gust come out. They're trying to put some damage into Sonya, but she's got to ignore pain, so she's just okay. Anubrak gets caught in the ice wall.
And Rhaegar are done for. I think I could go down misclicked and put a circle in the middle of the team fights.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that one. Blue team chasing down Johanna. Out comes the silence. She does not fall. Falling sword comes out.
Just in time.
Yeah. Sonya getting a bit low, but she should be okay. Falstad taking a lot of damage.
Gets away. Flies away.
Flies away. Blue team a bit low, but they could end here if they play it right.
Yeah.
Red team might be able to.
Hinges now on cooldown damage for the defense.
Yep.
Circle like not very expected.
Yeah, I think red team need to be careful not to chase here. If Falstad steps up a little too much, blue team can get a kill and push on towards the CoB. But I think they've defended this. This is good.
Yeah.
Out comes the leap, hits Gul'dan and Johanna. Nice, Mighty Gust, but the Dragon Strike kills Johanna. And the blue team are wailing away at the core. Valor going in hard onto the Gul'dan. Nice wall misses. But I think it's too late for
it's too
Antimeta.
Slaps.
It's
well
GG.
played.
3-1 to MK Robotics, and they make it through to the semi-final of the Division 4 Cup.
Yeah. Well played.
Yeah, really well played.
Very deserved. Both teams. Antimeta made a valiant effort to
Yeah, for sure.
come back in that game. They were behind through most of this, but yeah.
Mhm. But yeah, I think MK Robotics in that game in particular, they seemed in control. They went such a long time without having a death, and
I think they won the draft. Like the double threat, let's say, from a May engage and a Sonya engage on the sides into a Gul'dan Falstad.
Yeah, I think Gul'dan Falstad, nice damage. Like Gul'dan put out a lot of damage, but it's not the same as Paralyzer being on the Grey main or the Sylvanas. They just lack that little bit of damage, I think, just to punish an overextending May or Sonya. I think.
Yeah.
Like that's what I would say. Yeah, it's really well played from both teams, to be honest.
And especially first two games definitely could have gone either way.
Mhm.
And then game 3 was, let's say, more in Antimeta's favor. They definitely seemed better on that one, and then this one was back to MK Robotics.
Yeah. No, it was good. It was a fun one to watch. MK Robotics, like we say, through to the semi-finals. They'll play us, AFK for Coco. So we better get scheduling that one.
Yeah. Better get training because they look scary.
Yeah.
Can we like extend it for like 4 weeks so we get practice time?
We'll see. We'll try and rig it and see what happens. Cool. Yeah, that's it. That was it. That was the cast.
4 games.
I will update the score actually. 3-1 MK Robotics. Very well done. Cool. Thank you everyone for watching. I was going to raid someone, but I'm struggling to find someone who. I don't know.
Thank you for having me, Poppin.
Thank you for joining me. It's been a pleasure. Yeah. Cool. I'm going to hit this over to the end team and then find someone to raid. Thank you everyone for watching.
Alright. Bye.
Bye.